matey.
Grr. You're gonna be living on a
How are
boat,
you?
dude.
I got a hook hand already, and I'm ready to pierce some titties.
Hell yeah. New boat
You know what?
grooming.
You not only put a smile on my face, you put a smile on my soul.
Yeah, we're becoming like family members, I believe, dude. Like
Oh man, I can't wait till next Thanksgiving where I fucking pork my wife in front of you
that's
as
not
you
gonna
cuck.
happen. The chick that I'm dating is square as a box of Apple Jacks. She's not gonna have group sex. She
Well, sex it doesn't have to be. It has to be just
you want
consensual love experience.
you want me on the cuck chair?
I was like a little bit. Check this out. So I'm trying to do angelic music, right? What's angelic, right? Major scale. So you can play a minor or a major. The major would be like this. I am singing in a major scale, like the Rolling Stones, when they sing about yellow pills that mother eats to heal things. Right?
Have you ever
Now
heard
the
that
minor.
song? You ever heard that song by 2020 called Yellow Pills?
No.
Everybody's
See,
feeling groovy. Everybody's got tight pants on.
this is the music store. You can't really see it. Eh? Wait. Yeah, this is the music store in Sierra Vista that has a sitar
Oh,
that's
nice.
from the 50s, has a case, had one missing string. I fixed the whole thing, resonated, taught the first kid that walks into the room, I put him down. He's a Metallica fan. I'm like, play this, you know?
I think Zoom suppressed your audio, bro. They don't want to hear that fucking.
Remember this?
I have no idea. Are
Oh,
you playing? Uh,
huh?
you're breaking
Chuck
up a
Berry.
little.
Oh, wait. Here we go. Long distance information, won't you help me get a seat? Help me find the girlie trying to get in touch with me. But she could not leave a message and she wrote it on the wall. My uncle took a message and he tried to make a call. No, that's wrong
Hey,
lyrics, but
didn't you say you had a good Chuck Berry story?
yeah. Okay, so this is the thing, right? When you are devoted to rock and roll and spreading rock and roll universally throughout the world, that's a universal language. You get told stories that only rock and rollers will understand and only rock and rollers will appreciate. So Chuck Berry has a statue of himself in St. Louis, right in front of the Duck Room, which is his bar, which he plays at with his children. And he's got an amp there that I used. It was called the Fender Showman. It's the size of a refrigerator. It's incredible, right? So
Is it
basically,
the
Chuck
same?
Berry
Is
is
it the
sitting there.
same amp that he yelled at Keith Richards for touching?
Possibly,
Yeah.
yes. But well, usually those kind of gigs are like everything's already furnished, you know, so you get whatever you get, right? But he probably had first choice. But anyways, so Chuck Berry is sitting in the backstage waiting for his cue. Now the stage manager is like frantically checking his mics and all that stuff. They start playing the family. So harmonica players, his granddaughter, guitar player's son, bass player, everything. So then finally the stage manager goes to the room and he's like opens the slit of the light, the looking thing, and Chuck Berry is dead center looking at him, and he's getting a blowjob from a crack whore who's got no teeth, just gums, and she's just softly fucking sucking his dick, and then he looks at the guy right in the eye and goes, "Hey, you never seen someone eat a Sammy before?" And I gave him a British accent because he was hanging out, you know, in London and stuff. Have you ever seen someone eat a Sammy while getting a blowjob, while eating a fucking Jared Kushner fucking Subway sandwich for fucking pervs?
I had
Mohawk Nation.
I ate a steak one time when I got my dick sucked. It was pretty tight.
That's Miles Davis level. That's like Miles
Yeah.
Davis in the front row of a cab watching Charlie Parker eat chicken while his fucking dick is getting sucked, or Charlie Parker as a revolt walking off stage during a solo walking through the crowd in the middle of the room, going to a public telephone, which back then they had booths, going in the booth, urinating all over the phone and all over the booth, then going back on stage and playing his solo, then going to the stage, or going to the bar owner at the end of the night and being like, "Where's my money?" And then paid.
Hey, what?
You know?
How come in the pitchfork thing you kept saying Charlie Parker and like fake friend? Like, what was that all about? What's your
Well, listen, Liberation was a black man going to Paris, being honored as a musician, being honored by a journalist who then sucks his dick, gives him hashish, takes him to like Jim Morrison's grave, takes him to Man Ray's grave, takes him to Oliver, what's his name? Oh fuck, he's got kisses all over his, not Oscar, sorry, Oscar Wilde. Oscar
Oscar Wilde?
Wilde has a totally Egyptian pyramid sphinx grave that looks like it has a secret passage in it. Like no
I didn't
joke,
know Man
you
Ray
know?
was buried in the same city.
Yeah, yeah. And like, you know, Jim Morrison is in a hallway of us two graves. He's so tightly packed in there. There's no way his bones are in there because it would be like what, putting him in a fucking shoebox, you know?
Yeah. But I mean,
Maybe he's in a shoebox.
just a heads
This is the end.
Yeah.
I am size 9 now, my friend.
Well, they could have just buried his like maybe they cremated him and buried him.
Listen, when we go to LA,
Yeah. You should
exactly. When we go to LA though, just
tell the audience, dude. Tell them what's coming up. King Khan and Ellis Jones
okay,
tour,
so
baby.
we're taking it on the road. We got Ellis is going to drive from Austin to here, which is basically like a few kilometers away from the Mexican border.
Yeah.
We're going to eat fish tacos. We are going to eat rice and beans. We're going to have farting in the car. We're going to have heat in the car.
Yeah.
We're going to fucking take this Highway 61 all the way to LA.
Just remember, dude.
And there we
remember,
have 5
I have
nights.
I have control of the child locks, so I can fart and I can keep the windows up the whole time, and you can't do nothing about it. Bro.
Wait, I'll be fucking breathing from my mouth.
Look what I found the other day at the record store. The record stores in Austin are fucking
I
amazing.
love King Diamond.
Yeah, I found this is a 1988, dude. This is an old one.
Oh,
King
man.
Diamond.
You know what I love about them? You know what I love about King Diamond is that first, he did an interview when he was in Merciful Fate. And he had an interview and they said, "So do you believe in the spirit world and do you believe in ghosts and stuff like that?" He's like, wait, a Denmark accent is what it's like
Yes.
Yes,
I believe in the spirit world. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit Irish. No, wait, Norwegian or that
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Some kind
yeah,
of
we are here for the
yes.
for the
Listen
party.
we listen to the death metals. And it's brutal. It's totally brutal.
It's very brutal and it's very.
Are you talking about
Are
you talking about the King Diamond interview where he talks shit about all the guys at Merciful Fate? Like they didn't want to do the in-store review. They didn't want to do the in-stores and like the guitar player, like he's like, "Hey mate, it's just straight pop music, and I cannot have my name on this." Like,
No, that's a good story though. No, the one I'm talking about is that he just saw a beer stein move on the table. That's it, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, the ghosts are in the house!"
Whoa.
So, but he had a very fucked up relationship with a doctor, a psychiatrist, who eventually married his mother and took care of him, or took over his what do you call it? When you take over your, you sign to take over the guy's, like all your decisions are made by this person now. Like you're going to this mental hospital because power of attorney, exactly. Yeah. So my sister tried to do that with Danae, trying to give her my power of attorney, which makes no sense because she's just on food stamps and like trying to raise some kids on on nothing.
Yeah.
So like my mission is basically, hey, I can be there and babysit your kids. I can be the best stepdad or whatever you want me to be, big brother or whatever you want to call it. But she has a completely surrounded fence in the backyard with an elevation where I can put a teepee and a fire pit, live there. And the only thing that's going to bother me are groundhogs, or they're called javelinas here. And the javelinas, they're not that big. They're big as a dog or like a big dog.
Javelinas are
but you have to shoot
scary
them.
looking though.
Yeah.
They're fucking scary looking.
And they smell bad. If you smell fucking like burning garbage dump, that's them. And that's usually a mother and a baby. And they cut up the fucking grass with their feet and stuff. So like they're not gonna charge a tent. It's gonna just be a giant tent with paintings of wolves on it. You know what I mean?
Fair. Valid. Valid fact.
I'm not afraid of this. But look what I have here.
What about snakes and
Danae's
scorpions?
panties. Well, yeah.
That's hilarious, bro. Yo,
He's so pale.
my chick caught me sniffing her underwear the other day. She's like, "Were you about to steal my panties?" And she was like kind of smiling.
Yes.
And I was like, "No, I really wasn't going to steal them, but I was giving them a whiff." And she was
I
like
fucking
disappointed. She was disappointed that I didn't
Ellis.
want to steal her panties. Like,
Ellis, I fucking love you. And look at this.
yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Charlie don't surf.
Charlie Parker does not
Yeah.
sail.
Okay. This is what would you call him? Not prairie chicken cabbage or whatever.
Chicken tenders. Uh,
Look, Death Bridge.
oh, nice. I like that. Cody chicken tenders. Chicken fingers.
Yeah, his chicken fingers were getting fucking he got the what do you call it? The magic jab? The jab? No, the fatal jab. Look at this. This guy is just fucking evil.
Oh yeah, I like him.
Peter. This guy is a faggot, and he said to Danae, he asked her if she could piss on him. And he's like 87 years old. He has a fucking oxygen tank. And I went to his house. I cleaned his oxygen tank.
Oh, hey, I wanted to
right?
ask
Because
you.
yeah.
Fucking Holly Hurricane was acting like a fucking weirdo the other day, talking about how she's gonna snitch on you to your ex-wife. What did you say about the guy in Mastodon that was so terrible? Like, I don't
Oh,
like.
yeah. I'll tell you this. So Ghostface Killa smashed his skull with a boot because he was
Really?
being a fucking asshole at a Wu-Tang show. The other person that beat the shit out of him, I think it was that guy Sergey Tankian from that horrible I am an Armenian metal guy. What the fuck is the band? System of a Down.
Oh,
They tried to beat him up. Anyways, what happened? The best story about that guy, right, is this from Ozfest. They were playing Mastodon with like a bunch of Ozzy Osbourne rip-offs or whatever, or lovers, or slaves to Ozzy's wife,
yeah.
the Zionist slaves. Anyways, Ozfest. So what happened was he got on acid, and he was in the afternoon, and he went into a porta potty, and they locked the porta potty from outside, and so he couldn't get out. So he starts rocking it back and forth, and finally it goes down, and then he punches his way through the roof, right? But at this point, all of the blue liquid with shit is all over his body, his face. He's slipping and sliding, everything. So he punches it open. Then he has to be on stage because Mastodon's on stage. So he runs into the crowd, and now the security guards are following him with golf carts, and they're trying to corner him and try to stop him. And he goes on stage and grabs his bass and or guitar and tries to play, and it's all covered in shit. So like he was a Smurf. He was a blue fucking Smurf. And that's excellent. Like if I saw that in Woodstock, that would be like a highlight. Like, oh my God, a Smurf is joining the stage. Right.
Metal.
So much props to him for that. And much props to the Mastodon crew. There was a Japanese dude who was a sound guy. Anyways, so when I was visiting my friend in Atlanta, he had cancer, and we wanted to do a jam on stage where he was going to read from his favorite book, which is Gravity's Rainbow, right? Thomas Pynchon, right? And then we're going to have just a relaxed evening, like my friend who has a whistle talk. He's like, "How you doing?" And
like the gopher, like the fucking gopher in Winnie the Pooh. Listen,
yes,
babe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So then I'm on guitar and I'm playing, and then the promoter's like, "Dude, you know how fucking rad it'd be, fucking Mastodon guitar player Brent Hines went on stage with King Kong, man. We're gonna get in Pitchfork, we're getting all the fucking press and shit." So they send this guy on stage. He goes behind me, my back, puts his arms around me and starts playing my guitar, forcefully playing my strings. And I'm like, "Fuck up." So I fucking now we've already performed about half an hour. So I just take off my guitar and I shoot it at his chest. And then I take a beer, a full fucking tall boy of Coors Light or some shit. And I pour it on his head. And then I fucking throw the can on the floor and I leave. And then he's outside. And so the Mastodon sound guy goes up to me and he's like, "Yo, man, Brent's outside. He's pissed, man. He wants to fucking kick your ass, man." And I'm like, "You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy him a beer. I'm going to buy him a beer like Gigi Allen would."
You should have bought him a
no,
glass.
I'm going to buy you.
Should have bought him a glass of white wine. That's what you should have done.
Yeah. Yeah, so his diarrhea mouth would be fucking
Taste,
satiated.
just a tasteful glass of Chardonnay, you know? Like
Dude, I love sharting in a Chardonnay. Anyways,
I
I
literally
go
the
out
last time I went on a Chardonnay little kick, I shit my
binge.
pants.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I shit my pants in Vegas, dude. I shit my pants on Chardonnay.
Dude, you can't touch cloth with that shit. It just goes so wet.
Ugh. I literally shit like a snake of shit down my leg into my flip flop. I was wearing a flip flop and I was like trying to walk to the, I was on my porch. I was trying to walk to the bathroom to clean myself up and I was sliding around in the poo on my flip flops. It was terrible, dude. But
Dude, like
Chardonnay, if you
this.
want it,
Wait,
you want
you know
like
who'd be proud of you?
gravelly,
You know who'd be proud of you? This guy.
yeah, oh yeah, big time. He's like, hey, hey, it all happens, all right.
It happens.
Every one of these Mets shit their pants on fucking Chardonnay. Every one of them. It's a rite of passage on
Hey,
the
hey,
program.
hey, Tom Tresh. No, 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 no. You gotta hit the bat like a faggot or a fucking man, right? And then you got look at the
So
rookie cards here. Look at this.
someone was
Four
telling me,
rookie.
somebody was telling me that there's like a noticeable difference in your music since the Keebler Elf struck on you, dude. Like, what's that all about? Like, why did they fucking stop?
Since they
So for all of you who don't know, Khan has been
since they pressed record.
yeah, he's been a plagiarist for years now. Like all of his songs, none of them are originals. They're
Cookie
all actually written by a fleet of Keebler Elf studio musicians who have
elves.
recently, yeah, Keebler
Elvin. I believe they're referred to as Elvin Heimlich maneuvers
Elfin in the Chipmunks.
with the pointed ears and the
Yeah,
hairy feet.
Elfin in the Tree Monks.
Oh my god! And then of course the bearded mushroom is just simply giving us a glimpse of like the peyote universe, the DMT universe, and basically folding it like an accordion. Time and space completely useless now.
Is a bearded mushroom code for your dick? Is
Dude, if my dick had a beard, man, you wouldn't be talking to me. You'd be talking to him. He'd be slurring because he was so fucking semen filled.
Oh my God.
Is it wrong to use OnlyFans as like a support system for like trauma?
I've, I've honestly thought about starting an OnlyFans and just making it like a therapy session where I just talk to the camera and that's my OnlyFans. Like I don't get naked at all. I don't have sex on it. I just talk about my feelings. Like and I
I
charge
love it.
people a monthly fee, you know,
I
like a
absolutely
dollar or
love it.
something. Like if I got $1 a month from every one of my friends or everyone who knows me or my Instagram followers,
Yeah.
I could get all gold, like fronts.
Oh
You know what
man,
I'm
I'd
saying?
love that.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
would be sick.
Five. I think you need five teeth fronts,
Yeah.
and like, and you know what? When I sue the police for racketeering, they'll never see me on the streets, so they're going to be shitting their pants at all the footage that I'm going to get and send to you and Friquita to like because basically every day I think I would think of the cameras today, and I'd be like, hey, my all-seeing eye, my lover, I want to show you these are my plans. Right, so I would it was styrofoam. I had styrofoam letters, and I'll show them to you right now. I still have them in the evidence guide.
Oh wow.
Here they are. So now there's a lot of them. There's a lot of different ones. So like, I just take these strips and I would like write a message. Like there's letters that are nicer. Here, like this is an N or an E.
Oh yeah.
Right? They're really beautiful, I think. Oh, this is a really nice one. It's a V or an A. No, it's an A. Fire going here. Here, an A.
Nice.
And notice, it's like the cramp. It's like the fucking cramps.
Yeah.
So I would write my financial plans. I would say, listen, my wife should get, my wife in Germany should get 100 euros for groceries, 2,000 a year. That's 5,200, 52 weeks, and 2,000 a year for rent for 20 years. That's 40. So let's say 50,000, and then give her for reparations or reparations for killing Namibians. The reparations would be that she can spend an extra $50,000 in the next 20 years on repairs of the house. And then I have my sanctum, my bipolar sanctum. I have books that are worth a lot of money. I have the Assigned by John Lennon and Yoko Ono book called Grapefruit, which is I checked it on an auction site in London, and you know what? They sold it for 10,000, and it was signed by John Lennon in the same place and the same writing, right? So
Wow.
like a marker and a black marker and a blue marker, and I have a drawing that John Lennon made for my kids and for my wife with an octopus. So I have all of their handwritings, the family handwritings, together one place, you know.
Wow.
So I have a signed Howl from Allen Ginsberg, who drew an
Really?
asshole on it. Who on the O of the Howl, he drew a flower and an AH, and I was like, "Why did you write AH?" He's like,
I
"It's an
think
asshole."
we should talk
It's
about this
you
on
know,
the. I think we should talk about this on the podcast because one of the things that we have bonded over is that we're both students of the beat authors like Ginsberg, Burroughs.
yes,
You
yes,
actually got a
yeah,
chance to meet my idol, fucking William S. Burroughs,
yeah.
and he gave you his NRA.
NRA card.
Yeah, his NRA
Okay,
card.
that's half truth because the NRA card was stolen by a junkie when Burroughs died, and it was in a handbag, a leather handbag that had a Burroughs adding machine. So it had the calculator of capitalism and this NRA card. So he got busted by the FBI because he tried to sell it on eBay. And everyone in that neighborhood knew that he was a junkie that used to steal their guitar pedals and their stereo equipment and all that stuff. So they knew exactly where he lived. They went there, confiscated everything. Now, the only thing that was missing was the NRA card. And that was purchased by my buddy, Pritchard Smith. And he's an Emmy Award winning documentary editor. And he could be actually the perfect person to edit the first round of footage. I'm going to send it to like you, Friquita, and him. And then the thing is, it's in black and white, right? So when I'm jerking off, like, which I jerk off, like, let's say I was jerking off every hour for like the waking hours. So like 8 or 9 times a day, probably. So I want to do a compilation of all
To
just me. Like,
completion?
it's just going to be
Hold on, wait, wait,
camera
wait,
up
wait, wait,
here
wait, wait, wait,
and
wait,
my
wait.
body.
Hold on, wait.
Yeah.
You masturbated 9 times a day to completion when you were in jail?
Yep.
That's
And every
impressive,
time the
bro.
semen would
That's
go on the walls.
I would be
And listen, yeah.
my dick would have no skin left on it if I jerked it that much, dude. Like
Well,
it,
you have to satiate your body with liquids. And then the thing is that sometimes sperm is like sand, you know, it's like beads of
yeah,
pearls, like
sure.
pearl necklace, you know. So then what I do is that I wasn't allowed to bring anything from the outside into the solitary, right? But when I went to go play basketball by myself, and I would play a game called blue ball, where there was a blue ball, and I would just fucking nail it every time, like hit it with my feet. I'm a really good soccer player. Like I have very good foot dexterity.
What about
So
cricket?
dude, I could fucking ace cricket. I could do sixers and niners or whatever you call them. Like that is a bat that's just a fucking giant spoon. You know, it's like easy or lacrosse, which is mohawk. You know, like that's a game of hockey meets like pushing and shoving and body checking and like throwing a hard ball into a net in the air and then catching it and then fucking whipping it at the goalie. You know, like so when you have this kind of dexterity, you don't even have you're not even out of breath, you know. And when you are, you bask in the sunlight of the Arizona sun, you know, and like feel the heat in your fucking in your skin and in your scars and your tattoos. You know, the tattoo I got for her, it's like it hurt a lot.
Jesus.
Yeah, still red.
That's not a fucking tattoo. You just carved her name in your skin, which is kind of sweet.
Yeah, like Thanksgiving turkey.
Yeah.
I
How
put
much
some
weight did
cranberry on
you
the
lose
bone.
when you were in jail? Hold on, I gotta re-up on my
Dude,
beverage, but go ahead and answer.
yeah, I lost definitely. Like the thing was, right, I was being dried by these teas. So what they were doing were they're getting rid of toxins, and the toxins are causing the swollen belly, like an African child that hasn't eaten in like months. So my belly was swollen and it was hard. But now you look at my belly but my belly fat, and it's just soft and tender, like silken Lauman. The She was a figure skater that had a beautiful mouth and a beautiful pussy.
Yeah, I used to bang
Like,
the figure skater. It was awesome.
see
Oh yeah,
that?
I got the soft belly now too, dude.
It's almost diabetic. Yeah, that's nice. That's something a girl will lean on, and
You know
then
what?
occasionally
Something. So like, I make jokes
like a
about how
pot
I've gained weight over the last couple of years because
Yeah,
I got hurt a bunch. Like I broke my back, I broke my arm. I've had like a bunch of surgeries and shit. And I make jokes
right,
about it, like self-deprecating, kind of just funny. To me, it's funny. You know, I was raised by
of course.
Jamaicans, and like
Right,
being kind of chubby is like it's a badge of honor down there because it
right.
means like you're so macho that you don't give a fuck about having a six pack. You know. And
Macho Camacho.
yeah. So, but my chick the other day, she was like, "Hey, you should just stop joking about that because I don't want like a scrawny little boy over here. She's like, I'm a curvy girl, and I need to know that like you could pick me up if there's a fire or something in this house. She's like, you look like you could
I'm a
pick me
curvy
up.
girl
Yeah.
in a
And I
curvy
was like, God
world.
damn, that made me. I was like, damn, I had to get into a weight class to fuck a bitch like this, dude. Like, she's
Dude, I
so
love
hot.
this. I
She's like
love.
the hottest chick in Austin, dude. Like,
How about that? Look at that.
nice.
Diddle my fiddle.
Yeah. I've
Look
been
at
fiddling.
the.
I've been playing the fiddle a lot lately, dude.
I
Since
heard. I heard
Halloween.
that your tongue action is pretty on point.
Oh, I ate this chick's pussy until I felt like I licked a battery. You know what I mean? Like when you lick a 9-volt battery, like my tongue
You're
felt
gonna
like it
love
had a
it,
callus on it. Like
dude.
if
Yeah,
you'd shook my tongue's hand, you'd have been like, oh, he works construction. That's a carpenter's
you were
tongue right there.
you were welding with a mask of pussy juice just dripping off your
Oh,
face.
you have
Every
no
time you
idea.
breathe in, you can smell it. Look, dat ass.
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn.
Purple balls. Yeah. Dis love lasts forever. Pete's piss tails. Pete's piss talk. Could you imagine an 84-year-old asking you like your wife to like fucking piss on him? I would fucking gut him. I have fucking three knives here that
You
would
gotta kind of
easily.
admire the dedication though. I mean, come on,
I do,
that's a hell of a
but I
Hail
don't
Mary.
admire the fact that he's telling here. What's this here? Humiliation, retaliation, agent of chaos, destroy everything. Brisbee police, fuck you, Brisbee. Like that's what a retard would call it. Brisbee. No, it's Bisbee with a no R. You fucking retard. And this is giving up my location. I don't care. Vista Motel, send me fucking postcards. Send me a fucking human hand. I will be there. I'll lick it with my fucking dog dick.
Yeah.
I found a last page of a poem this woman wrote about the monsoon. Like
Read it for us.
there was a woman. There was a woman. I'll do it in a Cockney accent. There was a woman I once knew. You would smell her before you met her hazel eyes. The scent of fresh air bewitched in rain, gusts of wind interlacing her aroma across the southern desert. Hues of purple and orange painted her aura, her beauty intense, intimidating with grace. She danced between the space of heat waves like a mirage. If you look close enough, her darkness unveiled, dust of gloom spiraling against her crimson, the only warning she'd spare you. Her burdened thoughts rumbled within the storm. She wore her emotions on her sleeve, tears surging through the strength she carried in her mind. Roaring to be heard, crying to mark her seasoning, yearning to be understood, her realm filled with blood, sweat, and tears of the many lives she held, her wails flooding the ground, dirt to mud. Like a gypsy, she floods your mind. Her silence was deafening in the heat. When she spoke, it was chanted in spells. Her name was Monsoon. And it's like by echoes,
I love it.
Marava.
Yeah, echoes
God
Miranda.
damn, could you be more beautiful about a woman's sensuality and liquid?
Yeah,
Her juices,
I love it.
like a mountain, like
The,
mountain ice
we
melting.
need to do this. We need to do the zine we were talking about. Chainsaw.
Oh, slag. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
chainsaw.
We'll call it whatever you want. But I want to do a magazine that really just tears apart every kind of music as being like, okay, this is 3 seconds into this. I know that it's wanting to be a Verizon fucking commercial for a fucking phone plan. It's like the intention is when you hear a snare,
ECS
does
magazine.
your snare
ECS
slap?
magazine. Everything totally sucks.
Yeah.
just
What's the ETA?
we just rip
What's the
everything apart. Everything
what
sucks.
what's
Like
what's the
every
expected arrival time? Like when we go to these flip bars in Los Angeles, like we're gonna trade porno for like pussy and for fucking for
I'm in a committed
gas.
relationship, bro. I'm not doing no pussy. Like
I'm committed to. Look, I got a sheriff badge and I got a fucking oh god, I got a badge for the fucking marshal. Look at that. Wait. Look at this fucking action. Wait, let me just reverse what's that thing that Matador Records always has? Wrong the rights that are reversed and the wrongs are or wait, how do you flip this? Here we go. Look at that. Okay, so she gave me this, which is some kind of A5. This is a bowling trophy. Wait, let me get a light on here.
yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of dark.
Yeah, yeah, I have a lighter here. Okay.
I love messing up hotel rooms like that. Like
Yeah, me
as
too.
soon as I
Here,
get
look at
into a
that.
fucking hotel room, it's fucking messy as fuck, dude.
Look, a bowling thing right here, and then it goes here, And this is where I have gold medallions and
Goddamn,
I'm the
those
fucking marshal, baby.
goddamn Marshall Khan.
And look at that. Look at the owl. And those are his fucking bottles of fucking brandy, space brandy. And then here I've got like the whole ghost setup,
Yeah.
right? So it's a sari, it's from India, and it's like got all my intentions of like how I want to marry her. What I am. I'm 50% Indian, 50% Turtle Island, 50% Naga Sufi. I'm a Yaki Paki, Mohawk,
Can you
Blackfoot,
explain Turtle
Mewati.
Island? Can you explain Turtle Island?
Yeah. So the origin story is basically that the world it originated um in a beautiful like the Anishinaabe are the descendants from the stars. So they came down to the earth, and the Mohawks are from the people of the land of the flint, right? Who make fire. And
Right.
they are the ones a peacemaker came to them and said, listen, instead of warring against each other with the French and English giving you guns, why don't you do it properly and just bury all your weapons under the ground, bury the hatchet,
Mhm.
and put them under this tree of peace. That's where the eagle sits and waits to carry souls up to the Thunderbird, that the Thunderbird then takes you into like the fucking jungle.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Are
it
you
takes
sitting
you to the
around
sky.
watching Jungle Book?
Dude, can I tell you something? Rudyard Kipling wrote the most amazing 4 lines about old Gunga Din. He was an old Indian warrior that defended a colonial captain, and he jumped in the bullet and took the bullet for him. And when he was dying, the captain looked at him and he said, though I've belted and I've flayed you, by the living God that made you, you're a better man than I, old Gunga Din. You're a better man than I. That's I heard that, and I just heard Johnny Cash and like Lee Hazelwood sing it. Like,
Yeah.
though I belted and I flayed you by the living God that made
I
you.
fucking love Lee
And
Hazelwood, man. His shit that he did with
dude,
Nancy
Nancy,
Sinatra. Yeah.
you know
Dude, you
that
know what else too? Is
yeah.
you know what a really underrated record is that I've been listening to a lot is
What?
the 90s Leonard Cohen record called The
Oh,
Future.
yes,
It is
with
so fucking
da-
good, dude. Like the very first
dance me
song
on the
where he
side of
says,
the moon.
they asked me, or they said, repent. I wonder what they meant. Like it, and then with the
Yeah.
girls singing in the background and shit, like, dude,
Oh
it's
my God.
so good, man.
With
Like,
they do the high voices, and they also do that song. There's a Palestinian song that they do with Arabic in it, and they censored it when they put it as True Detective theme song for season 4 of True Detective,
yeah,
or season 3. And anyways, he understood that peace could never be made when you have Zionist intentions.
yeah.
Like when he went to Israel, he didn't go there. The Cohens are the people who work at the funeral pyres and stuff. So they're not allowed to drive on normal highways. They have to drive on Cohen approved roads. So
Right.
there's a system of secret roads all over Israel that are only accessible to like certain classes. Right. This is why it's funny, because it's like Israelis go back home to get health insurance and to get glory hole permission.
Oh my God.
How
It's
many
happening.
dicks have like hit
You
that
got,
wood?
you got a fucking Keebler elf in there that you're fucking, or do you have a block of cheese that needs love in there too?
How about some combos, pizza style, baby?
You eat so fucking terrible, bro. Like, what the fuck is
I
with?
know, I
I
know.
thought
Look at this.
Canadians were fucking healthy, dude. You live in Germany. Yeah, Germany. We eat vegetable. We make ginger tea. What the fuck is
Ginger tea with some ginger minge.
ginger
Some
meat?
minge. Look, this is a fucking piece of. Look at that. It's a swastika. It's a piece of ancient clay that was made from clay pots. And look at how many I have here. I could go to a museum
Dude,
in
be careful
Mexico,
about fucking.
show
Be
them this.
careful about taking those with you, man. Like, those can be cursed, bro. You need to put those back where you found them.
Look at this.
You need to put that shit back where you found it, bro.
No, I have, because the guy who gave it to me said that I should be the one to return it to the Indians. This
That's
is
what I'm
why.
saying.
Look,
You need to take that shit to the desert and say something nice to some people and fucking leave that shit out in the woods, in the wilderness.
well, the thing is, when you have fertility gods like this is a fertility god. Look at the gun. This is a gun from the game of Clue.
Hmm.
right? So this guy was found. Look at his face.
Handsome,
He's
handsome
super
boy. Look at that
serious.
jawline. Look at it.
Look at that earring. It's got
Yeah,
fucking rope in it.
I love it.
Like there's beads too. Like this is a fertility god, and this
Do you
is
think that that's giving
blessing my
you extra
penis,
vitality in the bedroom?
dude. Why would it need extra? Like look inside of him. There's a bead in there. I'm looking through you. You're not the same. I thought I knew you.
I think it's
You're
so
one to
funny that you've
blame.
got so many people on the internet upset, and you're just like this big kid who's in hanging out in a hotel room, like playing with toys, like
With sense.
with scent.
Hey, you can't argue with a man who's making sense.
Yeah.
Look at this. I wish you could smell this. Oh my god, it's like jasmine orange. Oh my god, it's like lychees. It smells like lychees. And look, I have a lot of it. Looks like urine. Like a urine sample.
You Indian motherfuckers love that jasmine.
Dude, if you put jasmine on bread, I'll fucking I'll like first of all, I'll wash your pussy. I'll put vinegar. I'll put a vinaigrette in there just to get the tang out a little bit, and then fill you up with some fucking sauerkraut,
Oh my God.
Bavarian style, and then make a fucking marzipan chocolate fucking paste figure. Look at that guy in the back with the black and white.
Oh, I love it. Looks like Archie.
Dude, he's not. Yeah, it's like marzipan. So
What is
like, you eat
marzipan?
that shit. Almond. It's almonds that are like sweetened with honey or
Oh,
sugar,
is
and
that the
then
stuff that's inside of a fucking almond croissant?
yes,
I love that
precisely,
shit, dude. I love
dude.
those. Those are my favorite pastries.
This look at that, $6. This thing is caffeine chocolate. This is what truckers do when they have to go all night. They just try to take a little fucking look. It's a little triangle of goodness. Look, it comes with like a little top, a paper top, and then look at that shit. This it looks like the man in the maze that's on my hat.
Yeah. Defenders of
And the man in the maze is simply just a man who a little bit bitter. So when I eat this, I'm gonna take my tea, which is here.
Murphy's fucking you have Murphy's fucking grease, bro?
Dude, this makes bald men out of skinheads. Oh no, sorry, out of rockabillys.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
They
Whenever
get
I always rock the slick back when I get dressed up, right? And
yeah.
dudes will come up to me and be like, "What kind of fucking product do you use?" And I was like, "First of all, that's gay as fuck. You never ask a grown man about his fucking hair product." But
Love
like,
it,
but
bro.
I always tell him like, if you're trying to rip off my look, bro, I tell him go get Murphy's, and then it takes them like a week to wash that shit out, bro. Like it's fucking
Dude, you can't get it out of your hair. And like the thing is,
Murray's,
if you get the
not Murphy's,
beeswax,
Murray's.
Murray's. You know what? If you get Murray's that has beeswax and coal, that's the dreadlock one. So like basically, I got
Oh, hey
these
man,
like
hey,
blue
we're gonna
hairs.
have to. Hey, let's take a smoke break. We got like 1 minute left on this free meeting,
Okay.
and then I'll
Okay.
send you another link here in a minute. All right. I just want to.
Yeah, I love you. I
I
love
want
you.
to
Talk to you
finish.
soon.
I'll hit you with another meeting. All right.
Okay.
All
Mwah.
right.
Talk to you
Mwah.
soon.
Mwah.
Hello, my love.
All right. What's up, big bro?
I am getting
Hey,
bigger
I
and
wanted to
stronger.
talk to you about some music stuff real quick. First of all, did you know that Joe Pesci recorded an album in 1968?
Fuck you. I would love to hear that.
It's called Little Joe Sure Can Sing. It's like a doo-wop fucking like rhythm and blues album you need to hear, dude.
You know what's great? What's great about all that kind of stuff is that the blacks wanted to be Indian, right? They wanted to have a turban. They wanted to be worshipped like a sultan. So they did these melodic songs, that would be like harmonizing over a open fire, right? With the Italian, the Wops want to kill the Guineas, who want to kill the Jews, who want to kill, the Irish, So like we're talking about wartime song, which was what hip hop was. It was like, hey, let's take the battle to the dance floor. Let's take it to like the fucking instead of the street battle with everyone gets knifed and has to go get stitches from a veterinarian. Like let's just fucking dish it out on the dance floor.
Yeah.
So
Like
one big mafia story I
Cormac
love is
McCarthy said that there's something in us humans that we have this perpetual need for war. That's where sport comes in. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
b-boy and hip
yeah,
hop is just this like it satisfies this human urge to war, you know?
yeah,
I would love to
exactly.
see
And just
more.
like this, like look, you can't hear this very well. It's a rattle, right? But see, a soft rattle indicates that you're keeping a beat, but visually, right? And when you have a hard rattle, like I don't think I even have a, no, I don't have a maraca here, but like, um, you know, a pants full of change, of quarters. That's like a fucking beat. When you walk down the street, check it, check it. And then you got this song like Down and Out in New York City. I remember my best mentor, Mighty Hannibal. He used to laugh when he meet Jewish businessmen at his shows who would come to his shows and just be like flabbergasted by his fucking soul music. He would be like, yeah, I used to work on Wall Street. I was shining shoes. Like he'd be shining the shoes for everyone. Andre Williams picking up cigarette butts outside of Oprah Winfrey's studio, not knowing where he's going to eat, but knowing that he's going to have a full cigarette in a second because he's finding all these fucking butts out there.
Yeah, yeah.
So we scavenge, we go to the dumpster, you find a half-eaten pizza. I found bacon once in a sandwich. It was covered in flies, fucking brushed off the flies and just ate the fucking meat. I didn't eat
Oh, dude,
the nasty, like wet salad.
One time in San Francisco, I was sitting at a bus stop in fucking on Treasure Island, and I was so hungry, dude. I was hungover, and I was so hungry, I didn't have
Yeah.
any food.
Yeah.
I would eat
I
like
know that.
I would eat one mission burrito every 2 days. Like I would eat
Oh,
half
dude.
one day. I would save it.
You'd eat a baby arm, basically.
Dude, I saw two fucking seagulls fighting over a fucking bagel, a cheese bagel. And I was like, I'm so hungry right now. I need that more than they do. Like, and I went over and fucking tried to get it from them. And I got it from the seagulls, but it was so hard that I was like, I'm gonna break a tooth if I try to bite this thing. But
You
yeah.
know what? I have so many little birds, little budgies or something like that in my tree outside. But I have this fucking piece of bread which I've kept. Like, dude, you can break a window with this thing now. It's like bad Little Caesars pizza bread.
Ugh.
But what I do is, look, I just like crush it here and I just throw it on the ground. I give tobacco to my cedar plants here. Whenever I take from the cedar plant, I do.
Yeah, what were
And
you
this is
telling me? The four cents?
cedar, sweetgrass, tobacco, and sage.
Mm.
Yeah, white California sage is a very one that's sought out a lot. But then I guess you have the spirit cleansers, which are frankincense and myrrh. And
Mm.
myrrh is also put in the mouth of a dead body when they're being washed by the Muslims. And they're washed in a special whatchamacallit, like a special, I'm gonna say sauce. No, a special water, salt water or something. I don't know. But they've been put in a pine box and then just put into the ground. So like everything is natural. They're gonna post and like my grandmother also was that happened to her. Like her closest sisters and like and daughters washed her body. Put the mirror in the mouth so you can smell the decay that's inside.
Right.
Imagine the trauma of a bunch of children watching Martin Luther King's body in a that was so blown out by the gun. It was just makeup that was holding his fucking face together. Foundation, fucking Maybelline. What John Waters wears in his mustache to be Chuck Berry like. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're just talking about like
Hey, I wanted
the
to
trauma from death, but
so I've been going back and listening to some of your stuff, like, and I'm not the biggest
yeah,
fan of like barbecue show stuff because I know that a lot of that you didn't
good
like.
because
Yeah. And you got fucked over, let's be honest.
yeah,
But dude,
yeah,
I've been doing a deep dive on the shrines. I would love to see that
yeah, dude,
again,
that was
bro.
my bag.
That's a magic
Well,
band
dude,
that you put together. Like I wanted to talk to you about
they would make
I wanted to talk to you about this
yeah.
song, Que Lindo Sueño.
Yo, dude, that's my Arizona dream,
You wrote that?
dude. Yes, I wrote it. I wrote the horns. I wrote
I send
everything,
this to
and
my I send this to my girlfriend every other day, dude. It's such a good like literally you
dude, I love.
encapsulated how I feel about this woman. Like I
Yeah, you
send
know what?
I
Because
send her
it's a
that and Baby Doll by DD King.
Oh
baby,
my God, Eating King rule. I am drinking a Heineken. And no, fuck, I did 2B by mistake.
For our
I
viewers, if you
think
don't know, Dee King is Dee Dee Ramone, but he did a rap album.
his alter ego.
Yeah, his alter ego. Yeah, yeah. And he's
Yeah, and
got
the
a
thing
love
about
song.
Didi,
He loved that woman, whoever she was, dude. He
yeah,
loved her. You've never loved a
he
person
did
the
love
way
her.
that he loved that woman. Like,
Yeah, totally. Que lindo sueno by King Khan and the Shrines.
great song. Great song.
So this song was actually on Entourage.
No way.
You know Entourage, the TV show? Yeah. There was a guy named Reese who was an actor there, and he was like a big fan of ours, and he lived right above the Echo. It's a very big venue
Echo Park.
in Los Angeles. I
Right.
played the Troubadour. I played everywhere. The Troubadour was where the psychedelic '60s like riot on Sunset Strip
Yeah.
was.
Hmm.
You know, I went to the Denny's where Rodney Bingenheimer was like doing his radio show interviews with the Germs and the Ramones and
Yeah.
like this is so historic. The English disco that he did, right? The English disco is basically like where teenagers went to meet Iggy Pop and David Bowie and like suck their dicks and like fucking fuck them anywhere, you know, in the bathroom and like
I don't
you get
think
the
of
same place for
any
Johnny Thunders.
I don't think of any of the like 60s revival garage, like people who are doing like punk meets doo-wop, punk meets 60s pop.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody did it better than the Shrines.
I think so
Like,
too, because you know what it is? It's like if you know, for example, that you have a limit of 8 tracks to record, right? So,
right.
like for example, Electric Ladyland by Jimi Hendrix, right? They went into that album with having these hits, these songs, where like even Brian Jones was trying to get 1 track on there. So he's playing this cheesy piano for All Along the Watchtower. They were like, dude, that's just not vibing. Like they had to wait till he sobered up, or just they just kicked him out. So then they bounced all the drums. So you record the drums with like this is called the John Glenn system. So you have like the snare and the floor tom. You put a microphone which is called the Coles. It's like a hockey puck mic, and you put it 1 meter above each of these things so that the snare sound goes right directly there. And then all of the cymbals and everything are the right level. You put one in the bass drum and one in the snare drum, another mic. Now, if you're poor, if you're from Africa, use an SM57. They're $80. They're indestructible mics. You'll never have a problem with that mic. You know, use an AKG square mic. That's for guitar amps. Dude, you can be as loud as you want on that shit, and they'll never. And the bass drum too. You use an elephant dick mic, which is an audio. What is it called? Audiotronic? No, electro audio. Yeah, electro audio something. Anyways, that's a Johnny Cash mic. That's like the fucking mic. They're like, you know, don't. When you put the dollar bill in the guitar, it's like it's your
Yeah,
own
yeah, yeah.
percussion. So
It's funny
once
you
you
say
have
that
that
because
in place,
dude, I just went through this like I just had like an epiphany with the way that I tune, right?
uh-huh,
So what I was doing for a long time, my version of open G tuning was I would drop the high E,
uh-huh.
I would take it off the guitar, do a 5 string, and I would tune it
Yeah,
G, right?
yeah, yeah,
5 string. But then I just found another one where you drop the low E on the top,
nice. Good
and
G.
then you do it like D G D G B G whatever. But you keep the sixth one for higher. And I don't know if I want to. I want to try that soon. Like I feel like maybe
Well,
I
the
was
thing
doing it
is,
wrong
when you got
because
the
the other one is like banjo tuning on a guitar.
yeah, you got the low tone. If you have the low tone with the dong, you know, with your E
Yeah, yeah.
going on a G, then you have like the whole spectrum of sound covered. You know, you
That's what
got
I
like
thought.
a very
That's
good
what I
bass tone.
think. Like, what's
Yeah,
the
you can,
benefit of keeping the high string? Like, I think the low string's better. Like,
dude. I've seen Jeff from Demon's Claws, who plays in Black Lips now. I've seen him play a show with just 3 high strings, not even a fucking bass string on there. And I was like, before the show, I was actually nervous playing after him because they sounded so much like the Rolling Stones, like the Rolling Stones "Give Me Shelter" era. You know, that's
yeah.
what Olivia, my daughter, and she plays in a band called Apollo, and you can look it up, Apollo R&R. They have a song called "Siberian Snow," and this is all about like soldiers being sent off to war and killed. Here, I'm going to give you a taste of it so that
Yeah, yeah. Give us a taste.
you can look it
I
up.
gotta refill my beverage. So
Yeah,
we'll play it.
yeah. Here we go. Siberian Snow, Apollo. No, almost. Apollo, rock and roll, Siberian Snow. Here we go. This is it. Oh my God, this is so good. I'm gonna blast the shit out of this now. This is a guitar riff.
It's not really coming
Her
through.
voice is so feminine. Watch.
It's not really coming through on this side. But people know what it is, so they can go look it up.
Not coming home. Sorry, little girl, he's not coming home.
Yeah, I would love to see you go back more towards the because I kind of feel to some degree like I was watching that fucking KEPX thing, not the Shrines one, but the
Siberian
Ugh. I was watching the Seattle radio station, whatever it is, the one that people always play on.
KEXP. I love it.
Yeah.
KEXP.
So I watched the barbecue show one where you guys are in like the gay outfits, and at one point,
Napoleon.
some of the songs, like you guys have some like really well-known songs from that period of time, but then some of them I was like, were these guys just trying to like cash in on the fucking like Black Lips phenomenon? Because I was like, this sounds like a Black Lips cover band to some degree. Like I'm not trying to fucking hate on you, but what I'm saying, I was like, this doesn't sound anything like the Shrines. The Shrines sounds more like your taste in music and your sensibilities than that. You know what I mean?
When we played in London with the Black Lips, I insisted that they play after us. And I said, if they play after us, the audience will be A-B warmed up, and they will have to like Chuck Berry me. They'll have to fucking burn the fucking stage down.
Yeah,
you
know? The Jerry Lee Lewis. Tell that story.
Yeah.
Tell that story. The Jerry Lee Lewis and fucking
well, Jerry Lee Lewis just like set a piano on fire, put gasoline on the inside, and just like, hey nigger, follow me, or something like that. Like, you know, follow that.
Yeah.
So
let's see the N-word follow that. That's what he said.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So Jared was in the hallway of the venue, almost in tears, crying. He lost his passport, didn't know how he was going to get home, didn't know where he's sleeping that night. Cole, in the meantime, was fucking a girl, a 17-year-old girl, in the fucking parking lot with a glove from the gas station that I gave him as a joke, saying you could use it 5 times.
As a condom.
Literally like a serrated glove, right? The plastic.
You remember that fucking movie? What was that movie with Jamie Foxx and Tommy Davidson where they're like on a hunt for a condom all night long and he tries to use a glove? Like
oh my God. I know a girl in Ottawa, right? A really like hick town. She wanted to give a guy a blowjob and she didn't have a condom. She said she needed a condom, but she didn't have one. So she put her sweater over his dick and sucked his dick through the sweater. Yeah. Like these are prom girls, man. These are the girls who like drink ranch sauce at home when they're at home alone. You know, like they eat chicken wings and fucking. Anyways,
I got my
so they're in miserable states. That night, where they stayed, they saw a kid get hit by a car, and they were the only ones there, and they watched him die on the street, and then they went to try to go to sleep in some girl's living room, all crammed into one place. 2 Spanish girls flew from Valencia, Spain to fuck the Black Lips, to fuck Cole, you know? And then when and I said, did you come inside of her? And she said, yes. And then I picked tarot and I picked the card of death that is signed by Lemmy. I have a card that in a deck that's signed by Lemmy and also signed by Arthur Lee from Love. Whoa. He signed the box and he wrote love and God. And you know what he did? He told me like, hey, so what are you doing here? And I'm like, oh, you know, my dad was a drug addict, so I had to run away from home. And he's like, I'm like, yeah, he spent my scholarship on a prostitute, on paying for her washer and dryer. And then he looked at me, he's like, man, where's your dad now, man? I wouldn't mind using some. And I'm like, I didn't laugh, right? So he's like, okay, I've disturbed him, right? So I'm sitting there eating a steak with him. And then he's like, you know what I did? I just bought me a car and I just drove away. I'm like, yeah, but where'd you go? He's like, I just drove away. And now I'm here, you know? And I was like, what do you think about Blue Cheer? I was like, this band that I was very good friends with, the singer and bass player. And then he looked at me, and Blue Cheer was completely inspired by Jimi Hendrix. Like, but put STP in that fucking engine, and like, you know, and really like clean acid from like Owsley, you know, dealers.
Is not clean acid, bro. I've taken STP. That shit is nice.
No. I'm saying they had both. You know, they had the option. Like they were allowed to do all the drugs, all the cocaine, all the weed, barrels of LSD that were in the room. They weren't allowed to touch the guns. That was the main rule. That Haight Ashbury, you're not going to shoot a gun out of a window and then get the police to come raid us and take all our drugs. So like they were, they had rules. Like everyone has to follow the rules. Like even myself.
Hey, speaking of that period of time, what are your thoughts on the fucking Chocolate Watch Band record?
Dude, it's amazing. But the
Chuck
new
Berry cover,
the new Chocolate Watch Band doesn't have any original members. It's a fake 60s.
Like, have you heard the new Sonics record? It's terrible.
Oh, it's awful.
It's the worst, dude. Like
they have a song with 666.
Some kid from I was at a bar in San Francisco, like this is like almost 10 years ago, and this kid from the Cool Ghouls, cool band name, terrible band, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, we were talking about Sonics, and I was like, he's like, did you hear the new album? And I was just like, and he goes, it's not very good. I know. And I was like, all right, okay, cool. So I felt like I was supposed to get it or like it. And I was like,
right.
Fucking garbage, dude. Like,
it's so bad that like, okay, first of all, they had a guy from the Wailers take over the vocals. Now, when I met the singer, Jerry Rosalie, who was, it was in Austin, actually. It was at the Emos. And they were playing, and Jizza was playing on that lineup. Later on, Jizza from the Wu-Tang, who also
this is the one where Jizza told you something.
He gave me the name Lord Khan, but that was in Toronto. That was a different time. But this time, I just saw him play with the Black Lips. I think it was Black, and like they just did a song, like they had a beat, whatever, and it wasn't that spectacular. And then Jizza didn't want to hang out with us because there's so many people in Austin, right? So. But the Sonics played in the afternoon, and the Sonics, it was the first time I saw them, and the drummer was an old guy. And so he didn't keep up the beat. It wasn't like, it was like, and so it just slowed the blues down, and the solos were shitty and cheesy. They had spit shields on. They had, all the notes there. But when I met Jerry Risley before, I went up to him and I was like, dude, your voice is one of the greatest voices of rock and roll. And I just got to tell you, I always thought you were black because of your fucking snarl. And then he's like, your name's King Khan, right? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, I heard you're wild. And I was just like, fuck yeah, man. I was like, that was the happiest.
You did fart in Lindsay Lohan's face.
I did. And after I did her tarot cards, which indicated that she was going on a long trip to jail. I predicted that.
You did not.
I did. I swear to God. And I was there with a woman from Chanel who got mad at me when I told her, you do too much cocaine and you have a problem with your children and your family because you're a fucking witch on coke all the time. She was like, shut up. How do you know these things? I'm like, dude, remember that really hot girl in Raid Man?
Yeah.
The French one?
Yeah.
Or the Mexican one, right? Dude, I'm like wearing a fucking bandana on my face and I have my hair all fucking wild and I have no shirt on and I have like a lungi, which is like an Indian like towel basically on like a diaper around my thing. And I bump into her in the fucking hallway of a bar and we just look at each other and I'm like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. Like I would do anything for you. And she smiles and she like kisses my hand and just walks away. And I was just like, that's the classiest fucking goodbye that I could. It was like fucking Casablanca. Like one of these days, Alice. Like I'm gonna punch the shit out of you.
No, I know exactly what you mean, man. I know exactly what you mean.
There's something about classic cinema that like you don't have to be in color all the time, man. Be in black and white. Like be a lonely cat in an alley. Looking for your friends, eating fish. Staring at this fucking seafood store.
Funny you say that because the chick that I'm dating, she's like every time something happens. Like when I got hit by the car on my bike and I was in the hospital with a broken collarbone, she came there to hang out with me. And like, of course, I'm like, oh my God, I'm in love with you. Like, and she's like, you're like a fucking alley cat. You're like Hep Cat. Like, you're like Heathcliff or some shit. Like, you're just like Fritz the cat. Like,
yeah, I love Heathcliff.
You get your tail ripped off and you're like, whatever, if I could get it, half an ear, like fall off a building. Like, it's like, you just always land on your feet. Like, but I am like, I don't really
totally. And then,
but.
Dude, I love cats because they own you. They own you, man. They're gonna tell you when they want to eat, and you're gonna fucking serve it. Like they're gonna drink your fucking cat. What is cat milk? Like this? It's just milk. Why do they call it cat milk? Like cat licks. Catholics. Fuck. I mean, dude, we're in the prime of our time because we're in the second part of our life. You know what I mean? we're in the part two zone now
Yeah,
because we've like survived. We've survived fentanyl poisoning. We've survived all sorts of things, and now it's time for us to not only rise as a nation, but rise as a people and redistribute wealth. That's it. That's all you gotta fucking do, man. Give the poor people every empty house. Give the poor people every fucking Friday a potpourri that they can come with a Tupperware and they can take fucking breakfast sausages all day, all night, and they can bring it back to their fucking hole in the wall. They can bring it back to their fucking, abandoned shack or some fucking old man who died and left a fucking, left a fortune of just building. You know what I mean? Like the building I was living in when I got kicked out by Peter, I had all of the artifacts from the Jaguar priests, from the Mexican pots, the ceramics. I had all the paintings of this cartoonist named Edward Featherbottom or something like that. He painted violinists. He painted famous people. All of these things were in my collection, and so I could literally have a couple of suitcases open on the street. People come out and be like, "What's that?" I'm like, "I got medicine for anyone. What do you got? You can't sleep? Take a Seroquel. You know what I mean? Sleep for 16 hours." Like I could have poisoned a lot of people. I could have just told them take 5 pills. They'll be healthy as hell. They just overdose and die.
yeah.
You know?
Hey, did you do that to the fucking? You were telling me the dead ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we played in Vancouver in this great place, this great venue. A girl was so angry about getting kicked out of the venue because she was stage diving that she was taking her high heeled pumps and she was like being carried by the bouncer and she was fucking stabbing him in the back with these fucking pumps. And his hands were all leather, like rape gloves. Anyways, so the dead ghosts were all like sound checking, and I went up to them. I'm like, "So you guys into drugs?" They're like, "Yeah, man, we fucking love drugs, man. We're sponsored by drugs." I'm like, "Oh yeah." It's funny because I am drugs, and I give them a rack of 10 pills. They were only 100 milligrams each, right? I take 800 a night, but they took 100 each.
800? You take
800.
800. I used to take 100 of Seroquel to go to sleep, and I would feel like I was on fucking heroin, dude. Like,
I know, I love it. That's why I love it. Fuck, it's like it makes me feel, it makes me not off, you know. And I
yeah.
just take 2 of these bad boys, and you can split them in half easy. And you know what? I love snorting them. Me and Danae were snorting them and fucking. I'd snort them off my dick and shit. And like, I was just like, holy fuck, you are so badass. You know, like, oh, dude, snorting, or like just sucking your dick with a fucking line of fucking tranquilizer. You know, I could have Bill Cosby'd her. I could have fucking fucked the pussy like unconscious. I would never do that though. I always ask for consent, and that's my problem. That's why I'm not a challenging lover because I'm waiting for the white girl, to not call the police and tell them that I made the first move. I want them to say like, no, I fucked him because I wanted to fuck him. You know,
Yeah.
that's the truth, Ruth. And look at this chainsaw I have, man. This is from fucking.
Oh, look at that shit.
It's a belt buckle chainsaw, and you know what it's from? It's 1978. So it's definitely inspired by Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
100%. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what I was thinking. I want to do a zine out here called Chainsaw, like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I
But
love it.
also like remember that movie fucking Summer School?
No, actually, that's not what's his name?
It's got the girl from Cheers in it, the one brunette who's like she
Chris,
was
Kristen. No, what's her
Kirstie
name?
Alley. Kirstie Alley.
Oh God, gorgeous.
Yeah, she was in the
I
80s.
liked her when she was fat too.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm not a big fan of fat chicks.
Well, I mean, I like a little bit of fucking something to hold on to when you're fucking. Like,
I like curvy women. Don't get me wrong. I like the chick I'm dating is a stallion for sure. But like,
the chick you're dating is like, wasn't she under the table sucking your dick when I first saw her?
no, 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 no. She's
She
not.
like rose up.
She's like a
She rose
freak,
up
but
from
she's like a very committed freak. You know what I mean? Like she's habitually monogamous. So like she's freaky as fuck, but she really only likes doing that shit with like one person at a time. You know what I mean? Uh,
Yeah, and that's totally great. And then like, that's why me and you side to side fucking would be fun. We don't have to touch dicks, like,
I agree.
and
I
then
think we should do
our
it like the.
girls.
Did you ever hear that stories about the New York Dolls where David Johansen and Johnny Thunders had chicks? They were in like a hotel room with 2 beds, and they
No,
they like each had a chick in the bed, and they're like doing their own thing, and then their song came on the radio, and they both
oh,
laughed.
that rules.
They both laughed so hard that they lost their boners, and the chicks got mad at them. Like they couldn't, they
That
couldn't
fucking rules.
fuck the
Look
chicks
at that
anymore.
flame I got here now. Look at that. That's a fucking flame. That's the eternal flame right there.
There you go. Don't burn your fucking hotel room down.
No, but I'm gonna burn my incense here in this. Look, there's so much oil in this right now that this is actually kind of dangerous because like right now what I'm doing is I'm setting the. Can you see it? Anyways, yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna stop this. Now look at that. See that? It's automatically burning in the incense.
I
Now
love it.
that could cause a very bad fire. And now, oh my God, look at the smoke. Look at that. Oh my God, Ritual. There's a really beautiful song called Ritual that's on a compilation called what is it called again? It's on Satan Records. It's called What a Way to Die. And that's a song by Susie Quattro. Like, when I started drinking, na, 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 I get an ice cold bottle of Schlitz. Baby, come on over to my side. Well, I may just be 21, but oh, what a way to die. Fantastic, right?
Hey, check out what I found. I found another tape. Hold on one second.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is a come up you can only find in Austin, I think. It's
Oh,
fucking
is that with, yo, dude, Loretta Lynn?
Loretta Lynn sings Patsy Cline songs. It's called I Remember Patsy.
What about, does she sing the coal miner's daughter?
No, it's all Patsy Cline songs. It's like She's Got You, Walking After Midnight, Faded Love, I Fall to Pieces, Crazy, Baby's Back in Baby's Arms, but it's all sung by Loretta Lynn.
You know what's awesome is the song by, what's her name? It's about Choctaw, about a guy committing suicide on the Choctaw Bridge. Um, fuck. She has Bobby Gentry.
Ah,
Bobby Gentry is like one of my faves, and she has a song. Wait, oh my God. Um, where is it again? Wait. You know what? She was also maybe a lesbian, like Dusty.
dude,
But
so
Bobby Gentry,
me and my chick we're co-authoring a book right now. I think you should do the
yeah,
same thing with your
and she's
label.
illustrating it. Yes.
She's illustrating it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's a really good. She went to like art school and shit. She's like a really good fine artist. And
Where'd she go to art school? New York.
no, Atlanta. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Some
cool. There's
yeah,
design schools there. There's art schools
yeah.
there.
She did do
Yeah,
like a summer abroad
that
or
means she got
something.
black in her. She loves blacks, man. She loves blacks. You're living in the fucking mecca of
I
black
think she's
culture
never
in Atlanta.
I think she's never had black, but she's from Alabama, so she's pretty much black. Like she cooks like a black girl. She got black girl ass. Like she like
I know you
literally
told me she got the.
she got
What
the
is the Atlanta? No, wait, the Atlanta is 404, I think, is the area code, and I think that in
it's
I have a feeling it's
770.
420.
I thought it was 770.
I got a 420 number for that one, but I have no 520 is here. 514 is Montreal. Wait, okay, no, okay. See now you're gonna, dude. Wait, what were we talking about? Bobby Gentry. So the thing
Sorry.
about Bobby Gentry is that she wrote the song "Fancy," and I believe
Yeah.
that it was covered by I don't know who Bobby Gentry here, and just the way that it's a poor girl talking about poverty, right? And like her how beautiful she is in this video. Was the summer I turned 18. We lived in a one-room rundown shack on the outskirts of New Orleans. Money for food or rent, savings we were hard pressed. Then Mama spent every last the violins. Buy me a dancing dress. Mama washed and combed and curled my hair, and she painted my eyes and lips. And then stepped into a satin dancing dress that was split on the side, cleaned up to my hips. It was red velvet trim and it fit me good. Staring back from the looking glass was a woman where a half-grown kid had stood. Don't let me down. Mama, Dad, a little bit of perfume on my neck, and she kissed my cheek. And saw the tears well up in her eyes when she started to speak. She looked at a pitiful shack, and then she looked at me and took a ragged breath. Your paws run off, and I'm real sick, and the baby's gonna starve to death.
Shaped like they said to thine own self be true. And shivered as a watch roach crawl across the toe of my high heel shoe.
The toe of her high heel shoe, the roach.
Somebody else that was talking, asking, Mama, what do I do? Just be nice to the gentleman, Fancy, and they'll be nice to you. Here's your one chance, Fancy, don't let me down. Here's your one chance, Fancy, don't let me down.
Like, those aren't childbearing hips, right? But here, wait.
She's a little thin.
Now let me play you the precursor to my existence. It's a song by I think it was written by Buffy St. Marie. Yeah, it's written by maybe Leonard Cohen. And
Have you heard that song? You know that song Codeine that she does?
Yes.
Okay, have you heard the band from Minneapolis called The Litter that does a cover of it?
Oh my God, no! Is that a punk band?
They're a rhythm and blues '60s band. They're like the Minneapolis response to the Who. It's so good. Wow. It's so much better than her version. Like, it's so good.
I mean, that's the beauty of rock and roll. It's like you spoke the language. Now let's see other people translate it into their words or into their sound.
Right.
You know, like here, just check this. Check this. Okay, listen to the lyrics. Wait, I wonder if I can put it in mode where you can read it. No, not comments. Remix report. No, okay, look here. I just watch her because this is a precursor to my existence. It's like the way she describes the voodoo man in this thing is me when I was skinny. Heavy as a lead weight. Skinny as a wire.
Who's that? Is that Buffy St. Marie?
Yeah.
Wow. Ferocious.
Got a heavy kind of voodoo baby. You see him at the toll. Kind of funny voodoo baby. He'll lay it on you. He's a saint like an angel. The death-dealing devil. Never even dug a hole. I saw him walking in the valley, baby. I can see him from the trees. He's talking to the moon. Walking on his knees. He's just set like a rainbow. You can stay up like a clown. Stand like an angel. And he can tie you down. With a razor. He's been tested in the blood. He's a walker on the hot coals, baby. And he's a heavenly bod. He's heavy as a lead weight, baby.
I had no idea she did shit like this. Like,
he is a wire.
Like, that fucking performance she did of Codeine is so fucking annoying that, like, I didn't know she made good music, to be honest with you. Like,
look, she's gonna do dancing now. What's this? And howling like a wolf. Yeah, when she dances, you can see her freedom right here. Look at this. That's a chicken walk right there, man. That's like the real animal. Look at that, spreading her fucking legs, and then her hair, like, spinning.
Oh wow!
Look how awkward it is, right?
Yeah.
It's a war dance.
You can tell she likes to fuck though.
Yeah. Well, she was fucking the guy who's producing.
Weren't you saying she's not really Native American?
Yeah, well, she claimed to be from the I think it was Cree. Or no, wait, no, it was another. I forget, but there's people, the Piapot people. They claimed her, and they came out later saying that yes, we claimed her back then. If the Piapot people, I think they were Cree. They also claimed my elder and teacher, international law teacher, who was great White Thunderbird. And so White Thunderbird, Lester Hausa is his name, Howse. If you look on YouTube, you'll find very amazing lectures about international law, where he talks about how to be a sovereign Indian and how to go and appeal to the Buckingham Palace with a registered letter saying, I am from this land and I will be growing old here, and you cannot come to my land. You cannot come on my land. You can't extract anything from my land. This is a sovereign Indian nation. So you do that, and then they send you the letter back, and they stamp, and from King Charles, like, yes, you are allowed to do that, and you are a sovereign Indian. That you could cross borders with. I've seen people cross borders with wampum belts, which was based on a meeting that they had with another tribe or something like that. That was just in a blue shell. These beads. It's a beaded carpet. That's like, like a towel that could go over your shoulder, like a thing. And then, you cross the border with that. I've crossed the border with Indians who've been in war. They have like veteran information, or I have a friend of my wolf sister. She made her own ID at Staples. I saw her put the envelopes together and laminate them, and I'm just like shitting bricks because I got a one-legged man, Turtle Clan, ex soldier from Ganawage and from Oka crisis, who's like battling the police and the provincial police and the army and all this stuff, missing a leg. And then in the back, I have Joe and Chris is from the Huron. He's a soft-spoken canoe maker, and big guy, with a tattoo on this arm that just says Savage and a skull, fucking cool as fuck. Like if I was with
my
them
homie,
in the
my homie who's
like,
my homie who's Cherokee, he has a fucking a wagon with arrows in it and like flames all around it. It just says burn them. Just wagon burner. Like
yeah,
yeah.
fuck yeah. Like fucking like that Adam's Family Values shit, man. Like I'm gonna burn your village down. I mean, the part of the spirituality of that is just like your home is anywhere. Like you can make your home anywhere, and you know what? Ask your youngest child where they want to go. If your youngest child has a dream that I'm going by the river, then you go by the river and you'll see, oh my God, there's so much more fish this time. There's a reason why the shaman has to take your autistic child, has to take your gifted unicorn child, and ask them, like, we're living in imagine 50s New York. I'm a Mohawk ironworker. I work on the 30th floor, and I jump from thing to thing, bar to bar, or whatever you call it, screwing things with a fucking machine, everything. Now at night I want to get down, so I go to the Peppermint Lounge and I see Tony Tony Spaghetti singing fucking Frank Sinatra covers, and like I'm ordering gimlets with my wife, and then taking her home to Brooklyn in Park Slope. Park Slope is fucking where Beyonce and the Huxtables have their houses now.
Yeah, I know.
But those were all Mohawk rented, and then when they rented, they were all Mohawk ironworkers. And so when they wanted to build New York, now the Italians looked very similar to them in their reddish hue, in the Sicilian red, whatever, aubergines mix of blood.
We got less than a minute on this free thing, so we gotta end this one and then start another one. Just so you know.
Okay. Well, let's end on this note. Look, if you're trafficking guns from Oakland through the desert to New Orleans, you have receptors on both sides. You have people who know how to use guns. You have Malik Rahim, who makes sure those guns go to responsible people. Which didn't necessarily happen, but it should have. You have Charlie Hill shooting state rangers or state uniforms, and then flying to Havana, and then raising children and having a huge, great Cuban black family who's still living there. People like this, they're the legend of the Black Panthers, right? They're the violent legend, the legacy. But we're not like that now. We're just feeding homeless people in New Orleans. And anyways, what I want to say is that no matter what, we got to be on the right side of history, and if that means.
And history is written by the victors.
Yeah, we're back. So remember we had the idea that we're gonna do some more kind of funny and positive stuff instead of police brutality and stuff.
Yeah, I thought you could tell you have a ton. You're a really funny guy, and I think you're kind of I mean, I wouldn't say you're rubbing people the wrong way, but you're only portraying one facet of your personality on social media right now. Because you're fired up about a lot of stuff. And I think it's let's take it back to 2008, when you were a fucking funny guy and you had no cares in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. I'll take it to this level in New York City, right? The first time we played there, we got booked at the Continental Club, which is on Avenue A.
Yeah.
And I when I called the Continental before, I was the Black Snake. I used to call and be, hey, we're a band from Canada, and then they would hang up the phone. But if I called and I said, hey, yo, this is Black Snake from the Space Shits, they'd be like, oh, what's up, Black Snake? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be in town, man. And like I was in the hospital, I got stabbed and shit, and I wanna just like rock and roll, man. And then they're like, yeah, whenever you're here, just come. So like we literally crossed the border with like a native buddy of ours too. His name was Adam LeBorn. And he introduced us to all like the Faster Pussycat, Russ Meyer's World, and all that shit. So I was really lucky to have like guides basically that not only like allowed us to see movies that you'd never be allowed, right? They loved us partying and bringing white girls over, right? And even if they're 16 or something, like he'll talk the shit out of them and impress them with his knowledge of like fucking music and everything. So,
But not touch them.
yeah, no, he wouldn't fuck them. I mean, like, I don't know who if he would fuck experienced strippers and stuff. Like him and the singer Mark Sultan, they would go and hang out at an Amazon, which is like a strip bar where they have like breakfast and shit. And then like, they're gonna take a fucking beautiful blonde stripper home who's gonna like have huge tits and fuck like a beast. And then those strippers used to tell me, oh my God, Mark Sultan was one of the greatest lovers I ever had. And I was like, oh my God, like I can't even imagine him in that boat. So
Yeah.
whenever, like, everyone comes of age eventually and realizes that, either they're the gift to sex or they're like the fucking nightmare at the end of the fucking crying dick that just spewed all over himself instead of all over her tits or on her mouth. So anyways, so in New York, like I had a bucket list of things I want to do. I went to a jazz cafe with a fucking beatnik poet guy. I played piano, just played the Black Keys, in a jazz cafe setting, like really like, 5 people in the audience. I go to Blue Note, I see like Marcellus something. I can't remember Marcellus Wallace or that's from Pulp Fiction. Anyways, I see people who are fucking legends play, like and John Coltrane style and whatever. I buy weed at the Washington Square Park. Like my buddy runs the other direction with no weed to get busted and nothing found on him, and us finish the joint and then like go meet him up later. Or a homeless guy telling me, hey, I'm Mob, never less than marvelous, and like, he's like, man, if you go to the dead tracks, if you want to see graffiti and shit, you go to the dead track. But if the electricity won't kill you from the tracks, then the fucking rats will eat you. And if the rats won't eat you, the homeless people will fucking devour you. They'll eat your face.
Straight up.
So I love these warnings, and so we played a show in New York. Now I went early with the singer of Electric Frankenstein. They had two singers. This guy was the guy who wore sweatpants and looked like a Guido. He took me to a place to buy heroin at a fucking bar, and then comes out with a paper bag. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, I don't do that shit. Then I run into we do the show. Now we played the show. We were the third band, which is the last band, which means the first band was Nashville Pussy, and they had just started their shtick. And it was a 7-foot tall black basketball player woman with a tattoo "Eat Me" above her pussy.
Dwayne Peters, the pro skateboarder's wife. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
So that she was amazing, and she's beautiful, and she's fucking scary. Like she went home with a Toilet Boy that night. It was a guy from the band Toilet Boys who was a trance singer, but she hooked up with a guitar player who used to set his hand on fire with fire gel, and then sometimes really burn the first layer of skin off his hand. He goes home with her, and she's like, right before fucking, she's like, hey, do you mind if I shoot up a bit? And he's like, I guess. In a fucking New York City apartment, which is the size of a fucking rat hole, she fucks up her needle and starts squirting blood all over the bed and all over the walls. The guy's like, oh my God, I'm going to get AIDS.
On his balls?
And then, all everywhere. And then he fucks her, and she's on her period. And so, like, that's a Jerry Seinfeld. Period. She's on her period. Like, what about the period? Like, who's gonna take care of the period? Not me. Not Ellis Jones. So
I run. Are you kidding me? I run red lights all day, son. I love fucking chicks on their period, bro. They have better. They have better orgasms. You fuck a chick on her period.
Well, dude, they're ovulating. I mean, soon their eggs are just gonna be waiting for you.
I like the change too. And if you're fucking a chick all the time, it's like, oh, it's the same pussy. And then when they have their period, the viscosity is a little different. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. And the smell is fantastic.
I love it. I really do. That kind of iron and fucking flesh.
Dude, when you have copper armpits, it's because you're secreting the fucking nature's nectar that is protecting you from other heavy metals and shit that are fucking you up. You know, like um,
When you're
I
on,
just fucking love talking to you because it's like if we weren't fucking, what would we be doing? What, sulking? You know, like would I be
I
fucking,
mean,
you know,
dude,
standing here with a
we spent a couple,
fucking
we spent a couple weeks on the phone together, while neither one of us were getting laid or doing much. Like, and
dude. And what a blessing it
now we're
was.
both in power couples. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, love it. Power couple is great.
Yeah.
And what's great is that you not only did you get the blessing of like an actual woman that is like, you know, caring and loving, you also got a filmmaking genius from Mexico, you know, show
Yeah.
you just like how much fucking orgasm is in her.
It's funny
You know,
because
and
you know, the one chick from here or from Alabama who has lived here forever, she's like my girl, but then Ferkita is like my best friend. She's like my
no,
dude. She's like my dude friend. You know what I
cares
mean?
about you.
Huh?
She cares about you. She
I
cares
know
about you.
she does. I know. Like they both have told
And
me too that it's like I guess there's a lot of lame ass dudes here who suck because they're both like you're a breath of fresh air. Like you're super creative. You're not like on some bullshit. You know what I mean?
dude, you're a fucking
I guess dudes in Austin suck. Like
you're a writer that not only has captured the desperation and the desolation. You know, when you're homeless and you don't have anything, no roof around your head, you have a dog to take care of. You know, you don't have socks. You know, you give blankets to fucking homeless people who have broken arms and broken legs. Who's like, look, this is us, man. This is this guy.
yeah, Indian in the cupboard, bro.
Yeah, man, totally. Like, he's the guy. And then when we make these little babies here,
Oh,
dude, we're gonna have brown potatoes in the oven. We're gonna have, you know, not that sour cream and chives, you know, chopped up nice. You know, some fucking cilantro.
I
You
love
know,
cilantro.
why is cilantro and not just no, not parsley. What's another name for cilantro?
I don't know.
Um, the Indian name. Fuck.
You know what I
It's
want,
called
dude? I want a fucking
dhania.
soap. I want a shower soap that smells like cilantro. I would
Yeah,
love it.
because everyone thinks it's soapy. Exactly. It's the trick of the brain.
Right. But
You
I
don't
don't
eat
think
the
it's
cilantro
soapy. I
because
don't
you're
think
like,
it's soapy at all, but I would love like just a fresh cilantro smell when I'm in the shower. You know what I mean?
oh,
Like,
dude. Oh no, wait. The best is tea tree on your balls. You ever
ooh,
have that?
okay. Yeah,
You
nice.
get such a nice fucking odor. Like
Yeah.
it's tingles. It tingles and like make here. You know what? I hate this neon light, but this is the neon light that was exactly like above my fucking pillow. You know, like my pillow that would exist. You know, and like now I'm looking in the oh shit, I'm looking in the garbage for cigarettes and fucking spilling all this chocolate cake.
Like Jack Kerouac, man, smoking them halfies.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, here we go. Now I got the fucking yes. Look at that fucker. Look at that. That's like a half.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it so. Yo, hey buddy, looks like you're lucky, dude. Looks like your lucky charms are fucking working, eh?
I
Irie. Hey,
my chick is going to fucking Ireland without me, and I'm like, you better behave, man. You know, you don't want to come back with one of them fucking sheep
wait, go,
STDs. Like they be fucking sheep out there, bro. I don't fuck with no Irish, man. I
wait.
don't fuck with
Did you
Irish.
say? Did you? Oh, you're Irish. Yeah, yeah.
I'm not Irish. I'm half Cuban and half Scottish. And the
Dude,
fucking
that's a good mix. That's a warrior mix, man.
that
You're a
is a
full
warrior
fanatic.
mix, dude.
You're a meat sandwich.
I'm half Braveheart, half Conquistador. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I love your Braveheart references because I haven't seen it, but I remember I had two Irish brothers who were like, when we go to bars, they would battle against each other. They were fucking tough.
the way I
They would
look at
really
it
beat
is
you.
The Irish, they are Scottish who left England because they're pussies, bro. Like the Scottish
Yeah.
stayed and fought for their land.
Dude,
And
the
the
Scottish
Irish,
were given potatoes by the Choctaw, the people who understood the Trail of Tears or who witnessed it and were a part of it. Like the Irish, they have a huge fucking four feathered silver feathers in the fucking mountaintop someplace, like a memorial. No, they're the best.
wow.
They're the best. You can't argue with an Irishman, man. It's like they look like they wake up in the morning and they smashed a fucking Jameson bottle in their face just to wake up.
Yeah, maybe the reason I hate the Irish is because I have a like an affinity for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because we're all the same. Like Irish are just Scottish
we
who are
are.
pussies, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, exactly.
'cause the Scottish, we're the real ones. You know, we stayed there on the island of hate and we fought England and we made our own fucking. We made whiskey better. We made it
We did.
Scotch. Yeah, I mean
Yeah, your barrels were fucking loaded with blood.
that's what
Your
I'm
barrels were
saying,
rolled
bro.
down this the hills,
You know
the
what's
hills of
better? You know, I
Ireland.
love a
You know,
peaty
like
scotch. I love a peaty scotch. And the only
yeah,
thing better than fucking drinking whiskey is drinking whiskey out of an ashtray. That's fucking rock and roll outlaw shit right there. Okay. Like, and that's what scotch is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you chase your pills down with that shit.
yeah, hell yeah.
Your Benzedrine Benny caps.
You're an old school punk rocker. You're the kind of guy who wakes up in the morning at the house party and you go drinking all the beers that got cigarette butts in them. You know what I'm saying? That's some
Hmm.
Scottish. You might be a
Yeah,
little Scottish, bro.
totally,
You might
dude.
be Laird Khan. You should do a fucking bagpipes album. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
should buy a piece of land and be a lord,
yeah, a Laird. They're called Lairds.
laird of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. A fucking traditional Scottish band with sitar and Wu-Tang beats. There you go.
Fuck yeah, fuck yeah, and they have that thing that you spin in circles and it plays a drone.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a music box, but it's like for monkeys and
Yeah, yeah,
peanuts and
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
It's like
Round and yeah. Round and round the mulberry bush.
oh man.
You know what's funny, dude? You know what's funny is so I found out I did a DNA test and I found out I was half Scottish and I was holding the phone up in front of my face like this and I
Yeah.
like pulled the phone down and in front of me was a set of golf clubs and a fucking sheepdog and I was like, yeah, that's like generational, like just something in my biology was like, I am a Highlander. Like I must have a
I,
sheepdog and golf clubs. Like
you need a steaming cup of neocitrin, and it's got like the lime and lemon in it, and it's like your sheepdog is just like you drink first, I'll drink after you.
oh my God.
Only if there's some left, master. Yeah, I love those dogs, man. Remember when we had the feedback episode? I had the camera and the phone in your picture, and it was like like
Oh
I don't know
yeah,
how we
what
did
were we
it. Like
doing? Yeah, 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 do it again. Yeah. Interdimensional indigestion. It's the name of my new book coming out.
I'm gonna try. Wait, traditional indigestion. I
Interdimensional
like that.
indigestion is a book of
I, li-
short
I
stories.
like I like men who you're a time walker. Yo, this girl is calling me.
Oh wow, those are real, bro. Those are real
Yeah,
tits.
they're not fake, right?
No, mm-mm.
Yeah. Look,
Yeah.
she likes it when I do like look at that. She's so cute.
Hey, don't get yourself in trouble, man. You're a committed relationship, bro.
I know. I'm allowed to warm up
You're
the cock,
flirting.
you know,
Yeah.
like
Just because you on a diet don't mean you can't look at the menu. You know what I'm saying?
that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You got the idea, man. You know what you fucking talking about. Look, man, I
Hey,
got
dude, I want to come to. I think I could probably talk my lady into letting me have a free pass if as long as I fuck the police. But that blonde cop that
she's
arrested
hot. Eh?
me, oh my goodness, dude, I would
She
fucking.
told me she told me that she refused to laugh, right? And I was like, that's impossible. Everyone has to laugh. And then I was like making jokes with her, and then another Mexican cop walked in, and look at that. Look at how she's lying there.
Jesus, she got a fat ass too.
Yeah, that blonde cop. I'm like, how come are your parents Mexican? And she's like, yeah, they're completely brown. I'm like, how the fuck is that possible? Because it's like, um, first of all, you're
Probably
drop dead gorgeous.
it's like a recessive gene or something because there's a lot of Germans in Mexico. You know that, right? That's why all the Mexican beers are lagers. Like Corona's a lager. It's a German fucking beer, but it's just brewed in Mexico. Like, yeah, the
Man.
history
But you know
lesson.
what? It's
That's why
very
every
close.
once in a while you
It's
see
called
like a
Kirsch.
redheaded Mexican. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they got Germans. There was a
Yeah.
big German
If
population.
you can get a Kirsch beer, and that's like something you could endlessly drink. And when you're in the fucking lager house, you know, you can ask for like a girl to bring like fucking 7 liters of beer in one hand on a tray. That's how powerful these women are. And their fucking boobs are bursting out of their dundle, it's called. And they have like, the braids on the both sides, like
Yeah.
tell me that is
Like
not
at the end of fucking
that
Trading
tell me
Places with Jamie Lee Curtis when she's like, I am Helga from Sweden, but she's in lederhosen.
yes. and wait, and what's his name? Eddie Murphy is in the African uniform.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Jibba,
I'm
jibba,
from
jibba,
Africa.
jibba,
All right, I think I'm getting on fucking OnlyFans finally.
Don't do it, dude. Or start your own OnlyFans.
Well, you're on OnlyFans?
No, but I'm thinking about starting one and just doing therapy sessions on and posting them on fucking OnlyFans.
Well, do tarot therapy. Pick one card, and I'll do the rest. It's like if we're not horny, then what good are we, man? Seriously, who's gonna?
The problem is, I
who's
think I
gonna
have like a large amount of testosterone in my body because I am like ridiculously horny. Always have been since if
Yeah.
the wind blows the right way, I get a boner. Like it's insane, dude. Like
Yeah.
and so I have to I call it holstering your weapon. Like because if I walk out of my house with a full sack of fucking jizz in me,
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my God. And I live in a neighborhood where there's all these chicks in fucking running gear everywhere. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like a fucking werewolf, dude. So I just have to jack off and then I can be a person. Like,
Yeah.
and I was just talking to my chick. She has a kid, right? And like, she was like, I never understood what the fuck was wrong with men and how perverted they were until I was pregnant because she just got hit with all these fucking like hormones. And she was just like, everything made her fucking horny. Like, and so now I want to find a pregnant woman to have sex with. Like, and I think I could probably negotiate a pass from my lady friend. Like, I think she would be like,
That
all
sounds really
right.
good because, I mean, honestly, your semen will just help her not only like regulate her hormones, but like there'll be when the baby has to come out, like that's what you do. Like you do it like password is too common.
What
What
the
do you want
fuck?
me to? I
They
don't
don't
even
want
know
your
what
OnlyFans to get hacked.
is X. Twitter?
What?
No, see, I don't even know Twitter, but I signed into it. I have a Twitter, and I tried to use. I wanted it was King Haiku Khan, and the idea was that I would just write in haiku all the time.
That's fucking
And
cool. I like
yeah,
that a lot.
I mean haiku is look. Camry Properties is registered to my strange here username cannibalism. Enter password. Fuck. Use password. City in 124. That's not me. That's not me, man. I'm Divine 69. Oh God, I just gave you my every bank password I have. So let's see if this works. Use keyboard. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted by this section. But like I was saying, we have limited time on this earth, man. And like if we can't get it on, like if we can't get it on, then there's a serious problem. And that
I will say that I don't know, outside of like sex and stuff, like we're definitely both guys who like creatively we need to have muses. And like I've kind of I didn't realize that I was like limiting myself with the time with the muse.
أبي كيسك نبي كيس أنا بزبكم.
This is her OnlyFans?
No, this is not. This is someone on wait, here, let me skip that. Check out how hot this girl's ass is. Okay. Look, you see her shadow in the sweater?
Ну да.
Okay, wait, this thing really got me horny.
Oh my God.
Here.
Hey man, hey, take that off the fucking screen, bro. I'm gonna have to edit this out. You can't have
That's like
penetration on fucking YouTube, bro.
okay.
All right, dude, stop. I don't want to. I have to edit this now. Like, I don't. We're doing a podcast for YouTube. You can't show fucking penetration. Like,
These goddamn rules and regulations every time.
well, I
You
mean,
know,
I'm already shadow banned. You see some of the fucking episodes. The only episodes that get any fucking views are the ones that you do because you share them with people. But like, every other thing gets like 30 fucking views because I'm shadow banned. Because we cuss, we talk about
yeah,
whatever. Like I did a podcast with my buddy in New York, and the first thing he talks about is fucking the NYU dive team, which is like Asian kids who have fucking tiger moms who go into the library and jump off the fucking top tier and kill themselves. That's what the NYU dive team is because they dive off
because they
because they can't take the pressure. Like you should never do that to your kid, man. Like I think the best advice that my mom ever gave me was just be happy, and it's led me to fucking. She's like, don't force yourself to do anything you don't want to do. It doesn't work for you. Like, but you have other parents out here who are like, they have to live vicariously through their child. Like, their children's success says something about them. And that's so fucked up. Are Indian parents like that?
of course, man. Indian parents will like if you don't have an A plus, then you failed, and then and you're not only going to be in fucking jail, Indian fucking uh, hell prison where you can't have friends, you can't have people over, you have to just be a fucking asshole degenerate and like pretend that your life means something
Were you
when
good?
actually
Were you good in school?
I was good at creative writing and I was good at like poetry and I was good at like look at this fucking the Che Guevara as a fucking bikini.
That's sick as fuck.
That's my wife. My wife makes these prints. Like
Really?
dude, look at this shit.
Where can they find it? Plug it real quick. I gotta get a beverage.
It's called Gumption 520. And like there's original art by me and my wife and like if you I mean when you come back here, look at her, look into the eyes that I painted, you'll see they're alive. The hills are alive with the sound of music, man. And like I can just say, listen to that. There's something wrong here. Wait, with this guy. No, wait. Yeah, okay. So here we go. There's something. Oh, here, there's the balloons. Here we go. Now we go. Here we go. The birds are fading, coming your way. They're rising in the east and the west, and they suck on your wet breast. Wet breast. You know what I love is the commune idea that was spread by the Germans in the early 70s, where basically, STDs were running rampant. Hayden Ashbury, you had the capitalist element of like people selling beads and beadwork and knitted sweaters and like hats that are fancy, and like so all of this stuff which was in the fashion business to be hippie, to be bohemian. The turtlenecks was a thing of the past, like they're not beatniks anymore. Now they're just full blown hippies making fucking beaded necklaces and fucking any kind of metal work, and then making 5 cents an hour, and then them selling these products for like $20, $30, like how cool were the bikers with the fucking jean jackets?
All of those rockers and patches were all handmade by their old ladies.
Exactly.
Like,
and their old ladies loved even getting beat up by them because they would fuck them harder.
Yeah.
You live in a nation and people use our music to get chicks to do sexual things for them. And then when the chick regrets it and runs away. Now, even Fakita, for example, when she opened up to us that, hey, I want to have fucking sex right now, and you're trying to commit suicide, I'm going to play with my pussy while you play with the sitar, and you lurking underneath, sucking her pussy, or like, coming out and fucking, and then
that didn't happen. That like me and her talked about it. You said that I ate her pussy on camera, and I didn't do it. Like
Well, I mean, okay, it looked like your head was in the way, and I didn't see her pussy because she had a 6-pack of Coors in her fucking vagina, and then she's like giving me a cheers with a can of Coors, and I hate Coors. Anyways, the thing is,
do you hate Coors because the guy's name is Adolf?
Yes, I didn't even know that, but yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Adolf Eisenhower Bush or whatever.
I don't know.
Anheuser-Busch, that's it. Anyways,
it's weird that you're Canadian and you hate Nazis,
had a liberation.
Germany, like that's weird.
I didn't. I escaped Germany. I escaped safely because I realized that they were coming to get my movie and everything, all the data from my computer.
Your wife was keeping you in a fucking.
Imagine I lost my movie.
I can imagine that. That would be terrible.
I'm in the back seat of a fucking Volkswagen trying to hide from under blankets and shit, under smallpox blankets,
under the porch in your own house, and your wife is like,
"I'm in like the shit.
I don't know where he is. He could be anywhere. He could
like the rats in the rats in the cellar in the basement.
And then like, man, you guys may have been in love at some point and had a beautiful relationship, but that bitch, she does not have your best. She does not have your
because
best
she's
interest.
asking you why you're enabling me to have a voice in America when I've had a voice in America for 30 years. I've entertained. I've done all of the fucking.
If you were only
the dirty
in Europe, no one would give a fuck about you here. Like you guys kicked. You got. I think that like your band, the Shrines, and then Barbecue, and then the Black Lips, like that three, and then the Almighty Defenders thing. That was the funnest shit you could do for a night out in America for a period of time. Like literally, like that were like the funnest bands. Like people would get excited, like King Khan's coming. Fucking who knows what's gonna happen. He might stick a microphone
people would line
into
up
his butthole. Like
exactly. And people would line up around the fucking block. So when we'd arrive in our car, it would be like a fucking Beatles tribute, like coming out, kick on, banging on our fucking roof, and
that's
like
gotta be a
open
weird
the window, like, and then
gotta be a weird
me being
to live in,
like,
it's got to be a weird headspace to live in where you're like around rednecks and
it sucks.
Well, you're around rednecks in Brisbane who are like, who's this fucking weirdo? And then the fans that you guys do have are like so loyal and so overzealous that it's like, I'm worshipped over here.
Yeah.
And then some redneck cop is like, where you going, boy? Where you going, boy? Like, it's fucked up.
Yeah. Dude, they split Miles Davis' head open with a fucking police bat in front of the marquee of his fucking jazz performance in front of like thousands of white people who in suits eating oysters and listening to fucking jazz. Like, dude, there's nothing better than eating an oyster and then like eating a smoked meat sandwich where you look like your face is just licking pussy, and then you're looking at girls in summer dresses getting horny and the wind blowing their fucking dress open and you see their fucking colorful panties. Like, oh my God, like sign me up, man. If I could rewind and go back into history and tell my child self, you are going to eat McDonald's whenever you want. If you're hungry, you can go get a double cheeseburger, or you can have enough to go get a fucking Big Mac. You know what I mean? Like, you can get a Muslim fucking fish fillet, which is made out of smelt, the ugliest fish you've ever seen in the ocean, which is just netted, like 1,000 pieces, and then it's smashed into pieces and then fried, and then it's frozen and sent. You know what I mean? Like, rarely do I ever see cheddar cheese on a fucking McDonald's menu, right? It's the Velveeta fucking processed nasty cheese, the cheesesteak cheese,
Yeah.
you know? And
Belvedere.
that's going to give you IBS. You're going to bleed from your fucking intestines. And then you're going to be like, why the fuck am I pushing so hard when I shit when I feel like someone shot a fucking gun into my asshole? You know?
You have dietary issues.
Like, oh, dude, I have not anymore though. Not that I've cleaned out my toxins from the Chinese tea,
So hey, I want to ask
you
you,
know,
man,
and it's like,
I like to
and
I grew up as a skater and like there are like eating disorders that are like rampant in skateboarding because they're basically like alcoholic
really,
fucking ballerinas that jump down shit. You know what I mean? So they are like they really are. Like I've dated a couple ballerinas and I'm like they're exactly the same as hanging out with skateboarders. They like smoke cigarettes religiously. They're like super concerned about like 2 or 3 pounds of weight. Like
yeah.
it's weird. Do you think that like poverty and like being on the come up because you were a very slim guy back in the day?
Oh yeah, I have very skinny legs, skinny arms, and just a
Yeah, I
very
mean, you were like
hard to
fire,
belly.
like those old that video with you and Hannibal, or like on the rooftop in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Like, you're
yeah,
like, how? Like
yeah.
Nosferatu.
I'm looking
You're like
good.
an Indian Nosferatu. Like,
Oh,
but
I
I
love
mean,
that. That's very complimentary. Yeah, of course. I mean, like when I had Pitchfork under my thumb, it's because we sold over 25,000 records on our best of, and the best of was basically just songs that were released the year or two before on a German label, on a Swiss label, on a Japanese label. They just put out these things because I knew that when I collect royalties from radio stuff, it goes directly to my bank account, which is now my wife's bank account. But basically, like for example, Bandcamp, I every week I get about $100 of sales that go directly to that account, and then I can't access it. So like I'm trying to change it up now, but just no joke. Like yesterday, I changed the whole thing, the setup in Bandcamp. Immediately, some guy bought 2 albums of mine for $100. You know, like if you're a record collector, get the first King Khan Barbecue, the one that's with the photocopied cover. That's
yeah,
worth like $500.
no
You
way.
know what I mean? Like Shrine's best of on double vinyl. You know, for what is album, and also with the best of the Supreme Genius of King Khan and the Shrines. That also is worth a lot of money
The
on
illustration
Discogs
on
and all
that
that shit.
is amazing. How much is this worth?
Dude, that's probably worth like 50 or $100. I mean, this album, right? Look at the picture of us. Joe Bradley is featured in this album so well because his gospel singing is exactly like the Southern preacher, the snake preacher. You know, he's like talking about Watts and the riots in Watts and why LA is burning and all this stuff.
Who's that
And
guy?
that's all in I'm Coming Home. There's Mark Sultan looking like a fucking baby. He looks like Johnny Depp as a baby.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, he's a very
He's
handsome.
got the same lips and eyes, and he's Italian. He's like
I feel
fucking
like
Johnny
Joe
Depp,
Bradley was kind of the fucking
the
the
Johnny Ramone.
I feel like he was like the beating soul of the Black Lips, and now it's just kind of like
Yes,
now the
in
Black Lips
fact,
are like a Black Lips cover band. Like
yes, exactly.
I do really like Cole's guitar work.
Yeah, Cole is a
Um,
genius.
but one thing that I did not like about I saw them play one time, and it was the only time I was ever like close to the stage. Usually I'm like
Where? Where?
it was in Oakland at the Mosswood
Oh yeah, yeah. I love
yeah,
that place. Yeah,
Mosswood Park. That amphitheater is crazy with the sound because I swear to God, I saw you guys play and then I saw them play like right after, and
yeah,
uh the only other band that made my head rattle, like there's something about that fucking amphitheater that like hurts your brain. It's so loud, dude.
yeah, yeah.
Like Motorhead's the only band that's ever done that to me.
Motorhead is funny because when you go to in Europe, you have these meters that are like right next to the soundboard, and they're measuring how many what is it called? Audio
Decibels?
decibels, exactly. They're measuring how many decibels your sound is. And okay, this is gonna hurt. Wait, I'm gonna do this first. It's antibacterial.
Yeah, that's gonna sting.
Yeah, it's gonna sting, and then I'm gonna put the other shit on it. Oh shit. Oh god, there we go. Oh, that feels great, man. Oh my god. Oh, and I love the smell. It smells like vodka. You know, whenever you get vaccinations, you're like, oh, I just did a shot of vodka.
Oh my God.
I used to do blood tests so much because of my the level of what do you call it?
I do blood tests a lot because I'm a fucking whore and I want to make sure I don't have venereal disease. And I'm
You
doing
know
pretty
what?
good.
I want to pick the scab off, but I know that's going to start bleeding again. But
Yeah.
you know, venereal disease used to be what the Vice guys used to brag about when we were when we were visiting their office, and they were like, "Oh yeah, the space shits. Like you guys are like the fucking coolest band in the world, right? You got of shit, and like, why won't you do an interview with us?" So then Gavin McInnes, who was the leader of the Proud Boys, he would call me, like undercover or whatever, like, "Hey, Irish, what's going on with the black with their party in Halloween? Where are you going?" "Oh, I'll be in like Toronto with the Deadly Snakes, and we're having a smash up party because their house is getting torn down by the Vietnamese gangsters that own it, and they have fighting chickens in the back that we used to throw rocks at sometimes and just harass." And they would be like tied up with their razor blade fucking chicken feet, and they're So
Yeah.
like we had fun with the fuckers, like we really taunted them, and so like we were there, and then they published all of the things that we did at the party, which was we take garbage like a Campbell soup can and nail it to the wall, and it would drip like mushroom soup. Then we would put like hammers and fucking just garbage, just like stuff we'd find literally in the garbage, and then like
Yeah.
all the garbage would be like a rainbow of garbage, and then people chose to take pictures behind it. And my friend Danny, who I've known since kindergarten, he wore a total fake beard, like he does on that TV show that we played in the morning, a morning show. He wears a fake beard. And he calls himself Colonel Ingus, right? So like we were very humorful and we were very full of like horny energy. And
Right.
so like when we arrived, for example, when the Headcoats, right, the British band, the Headcoats,
That's
Billy Childish,
Billy Childish.
he was
Yeah.
playing this first show in Canada. So like we arrived early, and when we arrived at the sound check, our guitar player who as soon as he grew a mop top, he turned into a fucking asshole. Like, Mr. Like, I'm so cool, the girls love me, with the fucking the bowl cut, the Prince Valiant. So like he goes up to Billy Childish, Billy Childish walks in and he goes, "Hey Billy, like, how you doing, man? It's like I'm so cool that we're playing a show together." And he looks at him and he just goes, "Oh, I hate rock and roll and I hate touring." And then he just walks away the other direction. And we were like, he got this soundcheck. Soundcheck was amazing. Bruce Brand on drums, played in the Milkshakes, played in like 70s pop rivets, like was a real garage punker. He's on drums. Then like we go downstairs, and then their backstage is like next to ours. So I go next to the urinals, So I go there and I just sit down and I open the door and I'm just like, "Hey," I'm like, "You guys are British, right?" And he's like, "Yes." He's like,
There we go.
"Yo, okay, you got it."
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Hey, we got 1 minute left. Do you want to start another recording?
yeah, let's do another one. Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right, cool,
And
cool, cool.
upload the other one so that people can already just start,
I'm
checking it
I'm
out.
I'm not gonna just upload them raw. I'm gonna edit them all into one big
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, of course.
thing.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
But yeah, so just send me another email.
Yeah, I will. Yeah. Recording in progress.
Let me show you something
Hey, can
that
I
I
tell
love.
you? I was talking to a friend of mine, and the first time I was in a room with you,
Yeah.
and maybe I'm wrong about the dates, but I want to say it was the summer of 2003.
Wow, that's early.
And it was my graffiti crew that I grew up with in Florida. They were all from the Northeast. They took me up to fucking New York for my birthday, my 17th birthday.
Very cool.
And they introduced me to this guy named Dash Snow because he had been in one of those fucking kidnap cults when he was a kid
Okay.
too. You know what I'm talking
Did,
about?
did he change his name to Dot Dash?
No, Dash Snow. He was a graffiti writer named
Okay,
Sace One. He was in the Iraq graffiti crew.
cool. Iraq, Iran.
But
Yeah.
a friend of mine knew him and knew me and was like, "Oh, you guys need to fucking talk because you were both in one of those like kidnap. It's like the kidnap schools where they kidnap you and they take you
Yeah.
to a fucking like boarding school." And
Like the children of God should.
yeah, yeah, pretty much
Yeah.
like Teen Torture Incorporated, Camp Nightmare. It's all that shit. But
You're lucky you didn't go to Italy. They would sometimes put you in some weird place in Italy, like a farm or something.
well, I was in Jamaica. So they sent me to a fucking
Oh my
island. You know
God.
what I mean?
That's what
Like
the Jamaican runs in you, the
that's why I
IRA
was.
Patois.
That's why I was. That's why. Yeah, you know, yeah, little rude boy. You know.
Dude, you know what? They tried to Marcus Garvey you because Marcus Garvey was sent to Jamaica to be
Bro,
killed.
nothing has ever touched my heart the way that a fucking Jamaican looked at me with tears in his eyes and said, "You know, you little rude boy, you're like a buffalo soldier. You're stolen from where you live and you brought here." Like they would never believe it. Like Jamaicans couldn't believe it. They're like, "You take the worst
Dude,
fucking
you're
kids
talking
from
to the
there."
guy that you're gonna when you come drive here, you're gonna drive down Buffalo Soldier Trail. The
Get the fuck
Gulch.
out.
The Gulch here is called the Gulch. It's like we have bird's eye view everywhere around the city. Bisbee is like when you go to the mountains, you can see everywhere and where they are. My wife used to just sit on the top of the hill with her car, and she was watching me at 5 in the morning, exactly where I was drinking fucking hooch with a trans woman named Emma and a New York Jew dude that was so cute, Russell, very handsome guy too. He loved walking up fucking huge mountains at night till like fucking sunrise and then come down, go get a coffee, like no sleep, just conversation, like fantastic. So, you when you talk about the Jamaicans, it's like when we met those Jamaicans, the way you communicated with them. I mean, this man with his two sons, and you were so highly respectful and like talking about. I don't remember what you said, but you're a genius with the
We just
patois.
talked about fucking like different parts of Jamaica, St. Elizabeth, Santa Cruz, Black River, like
Yeah, he said that but
that's
you were both in the same area.
yeah. He's from Southwest Jamaica. That's where I lived. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
The
So
thing about
like,
Jamaicans is if you show respect, if you act like you know and you do
yeah,
know and you show respect, respect is the most important thing in Jamaica. The most important.
yeah,
That's why I have a thing in my book. You're gonna get it. I sent it to your PO box.
yeah,
But
great.
one of the very first things I talk about in Energy Vandal is this thing I call the respectrum, where
Yeah,
people in America have it fucked up where they say things like, "Oh, respect is earned," and it's like, no, it's not. No, it's
yeah,
not. Like
yeah,
respect is to be given at all times. Disrespect is earned. Like
yes,
you don't
yeah.
just go around fucking disrespecting people. Like that's a good
Crime
way to
don't pay.
that's a good way to die in Jamaica. Like, go ahead and show some disrespect for fucking anybody at all, for any reason
Yeah,
whatsoever, unless they've earned it,
yeah,
unless they've earned your disrespect. You show
yeah,
everyone respect. Like, so Jamaicans will always be my countrymen for that on that principle
yeah.
alone, dude. Like,
And the thing also is about that is that like, you know, killing people with kindness is the highest form of like niceness. Like, yeah, you know what? You're not going to be able to sell your weed because your weed is swag and it's full of fucking bird seeds and fucking, you know what I mean? Like clumps of shit.
yeah,
So, but you can give that weed to anyone and you can sit on the beach and smoke with them and you're going to be their fucking buddy when you talk about, oh, Bob Marley is a really important person to me, but like, I find it sad that he didn't know that gangrene was so like imminent and killing. If you're gonna, if you're not gonna treat your cancer with something, then fucking. So it's like, as I pick my jail tattoo off the
it's not a
scabs,
tattoo if there's no ink, bro. You just cut yourself. You're just a cutter.
it's just,
You're a
it's just
dashboard confessional fan from the early 90s, bro.
oh my God. I'm on my yeah, I'm on scalpel.com.
BME Pain Olympics with your host King Khan.
What is it? Fear Factory? What's that guy's name? Joe Rogan
Fear
is the king
Factor.
of.
Yeah. Joe
He's
Rogan.
king of your fucking area now, man.
Oh
That's the guy. You got to go through that wall to get like onto your TV shows and shit and Netflix and shit. I mean,
I was literally
I'll say
explaining.
this.
I was explaining to my lady the other day. I was like, I have a problem. In Goodfellas where Tommy's like, uh, yeah,
Two times?
I'll beat your ass. I'll beat you up, and then I'll go to jail, and I'll get out, and I'll do it again. Why? Because I'm fucking stupid. Joe Pesci,
Yeah,
right? And I was like, yeah, I have
masterpiece.
a problem where like if anybody challenges me, if anybody fucking gives me disrespect for no reason, pain without reason, I will fight you. I don't care if Joe Rogan walks into this house. He might pop my head off like a fucking pimple, but I will still go toe to toe with him. But as soon as
What's that
I have
guy?
I have
Jake
a
Jake
mouse in my apartment right now, and like if there's a mouse in here, I'll stand on the furniture like a bitch. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, like an elephant.
but like you, if I take you on a road trip and you get out of pocket with me, we're gonna have to
Yeah,
fucking pull over and fucking. I might have to
belt it
slap you
up.
up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But I will. I know you're a giant man. I know you could rip my
yeah,
head
but
off and shit down my neck. But I have a
no,
problem
never
where
do.
I cannot back down from shit like that. Like,
God damn, it's hurting me to scrape off this scab, but I think it's
then
gonna get better.
stop doing it.
It's like there's a
You're the most
pizza.
you are the most grotesque podcast guest, dude. You take shits. Like you fucking you just showed like penetration pornography on the I'm just gonna put it on the fucking podcast and see if it gets
OnlyFans.
just see if it gets taken.
OnlyFans. Well, you know what? There's one thing that's on there. Um it's called Highway to Chiron. Chiron. Chiron was a discovered planet that was just gas. And
Right.
it was actually it was circling, it has rings around it, and it's like near Uranus, I think. And so Chiron basically, it was the planet that was appeared in the mid 1977 in like February, end of January, February. So it was never considered a planet because it was so gaseous, and so gaseous clay. So like, anyways, I was born on the cusp of Chiron. So when that undiscovered punk gas universe was there, I was like starting my trip around the Earth,
Isn't
and
that, isn't that funny though that people say that punk rock there's like two schools of thought with punk rock. There's like
the British,
there's no, well, there's like late the Stooges to 77, like the Stooges to the
yeah,
Dead Boys, and then there are
yeah,
the 77 people who say that punk rock didn't start until 1977.
right,
I think it's
exactly. But
I think that's complete
you,
bullshit. I think like
of course,
from
because
from the
because
MC5 to the Dead Boys, that's the only time punk rock really existed. Like,
dude, you have to understand that it's like before Dead Boys was Rocket from the Tombs, and Rocket from the Tombs were an art school band, and their drummer was Nick Knox, and their principal singer was like, he had swastika beer cap pins that were beer caps with like a half a swastika and then electric eel, or they had matchbooks that were silver and they were like embossed electric eels. So like these guys had a total sense of like who's going to use their fucking music for what. And there's only one TV performance they did outdoors, which it just doesn't exist. No one knows where it is. But they
real
did these.
quick, did you know that the drummer of the Dead Boys got like almost stabbed to death? Like
No,
he
when?
got into an argument with, I blame it on fucking leaded gasoline. There are these studies that show that violent crime dropped like dramatically when they took lead out of the gasoline in America.
That makes
And
sense. I mean, lead is so poisonous, and it's like
yeah, and it
it's
fucks
in
your
our pets.
personality up. It like makes you
Yeah.
more aggressive and like angry. But he almost got stabbed to death. Like his belly was just like Swiss cheese. He got into a argument with some guys and they stabbed him. And you know who played when they did a benefit for him? Do you know who played drums in the Dead Boys?
Wait. I'm gonna guess. Well, not Marky Ramone.
It's not even a
A
drummer.
drummer.
It's
Okay,
an act.
okay.
I'll give you a hint. It's an actor.
Oh shit. Not Jarmusch.
Nope.
Is he an actor in Jarmusch's movies? No. Okay. I was gonna say, what's that Italian guy who's in Life Is Beautiful?
Fucking John Belushi.
Belushi. Ah, wicked.
That's insanity to me. That's
Dude,
insanity
he
to me.
does a speedball
John
and then right
Belushi
up
is like
there.
one of the most important pop culture figures, period. And he played drums in the Dead Boys. Like, there are people who don't, there are a lot of people who don't even know who the Dead Boys are. They've heard the songs, they've seen it in commercials, it's been on Tony Hawk. Like,
Yeah.
but they don't know who the Dead Boys are. They don't know the Dead Boys record. They don't know that they made the most perfect record that ever existed and they knew that they did because when you look at the LP, it says side one, side one. They knew that they made a perfect album where both sides were side one. There's no B side on
Dude,
this thing.
the
Like,
drum intro of Neat. Okay, let's just wait, is that Dead Boys or that's
no, that's
that's
the
the
jam.
Damned?
Yeah.
That's the Damned. Wait. Sorry, no, I mean
You're
wait,
thinking of all this
what's
and more.
yeah, yes.
And not anymore. Yeah.
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 Wait, Dead Boys. Or what about the classic? So, yeah, this is what the Sonic Producer, right? If you listen to the original version, which is by Rocket from the Tombs, Rocket. They do like from the Tombs. Let's see that. They do a version that's
Is it Rocket
like
from the Crypt or
Sonic.
Rocket from the Tombs?
No, Rocket from the Crypt is a ripoff of the name Rocket from the Tombs. Here,
Oh, okay.
listen, you'll hear it. That feedback.
I can't hear
Peter
it.
Crow, ugliest man in the universe.
Oh God, he is a fucking nasty looking motherfucker. Isn't it crazy that he's the one who survived too? Like
Yeah.
he's like the only living member of the Dead Boys, and he was the worst one. Like, it's always assholes live
Listen to
forever, bro.
the falsetto vocals in the chorus.
I'm not hearing it over here, so like I don't know if it's gonna pick it up on the recording.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting it, dude. Like let's not
Yeah,
waste
okay,
time.
no.
Let's not waste
It's
time.
it's because these filter these things have filters in the microphone, so they'll get rid of background noise to make
Hey,
sure
so I
that they.
wanted to ask you. I was thinking about it today, and I was watching something from Vice, like back in the day,
Yeah.
and they had like two or three fucking Almighty Defenders songs as like the background music in their like little journalist thing that they were doing, and I was like, is that did Vice just start a label so that they could not pay you guys royalties for using that kind of shit? Like, I was like, dude,
No, so Vice started that label because um they wanted to be how do you say it? Industrialists. Let's say they wanted movies, they wanted documentaries, they wanted
right,
to
right,
be the
right, right.
CN. They wanted to be like the major news network. So like their philosophy was basically okay. One guy is going to take care of advertising, and that's Shane Smith. So Shane Smith, who was a rapist when he was a teenager and would brag about it in the office, and so he and Gavin McInnes was the humor guy. He was the one that did the do's and don'ts,
Do's and don'ts.
which
I
was
love it. I
classic.
love do's and don'ts. Yeah, do's and
Dude,
don'ts.
you were in do's and don'ts. You're like fucking crazy, like so.
Oh, they made certain women a certain kind of like hipster Brooklyn woman like
Yeah,
sexy just by talking about like with the big glasses like fucking in like a Bart
yeah.
Simpson t-shirt tucked into fucking Kelly Kapowski pants like
Exactly. And they go to American Apparel and they try on their underwear in the fucking thing, and like you want to fuck them wherever
yeah.
you are. So yeah, there is those girls. But Vice also had the cocaine bump fucking generation.
Yeah,
Dude, let's go to the bathroom, do some bumps, man. Like, like that thing. So like Norton Records, for example, was the opposite of Vice, and Norton was like catering to like the '60s people who collect records,
yeah,
the really rich record collectors that had like a single that was like one copy release or two, like
right,
Trash
right, right.
Men, instrumental.
Yeah,
So,
or fucking like a weird B-side from Freddie Cannon or some shit, you know what I mean? Like
exactly. Or
Tallahassee
Fortune Records.
Lassie, like scaring up old shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or like Kim Fowley, like fucking, like, like Vindaloo, what was it called? Or he had the Hollywood Argyles, and we called it the Bollywood Argyles, me and Bloodshot Bill.
Dude,
But like,
fucking
yeah,
Hollywood Arga, alley oop, oop,
yes,
oop,
you're
oop.
fucking
Yeah,
great.
yeah, dude.
Yes,
You don't
exactly.
understand, and
That's AM,
this is what the viewers of this show need to understand is that like we're
AM
contemporary,
video.
we're contemporaries in the sense of like I don't make the same kind of music as you, but I was
Yeah.
DJing like a lot of Norton record stuff, a lot of like basically like I was just at my girlfriend's house and like showing her she had Nuggets like the
Oh, I
LP
love
like
Nuggets. You
right,
could get
but I
you could
was
get a
like
vaccination for
but
that.
I took my 45s out of my fucking satchel, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was like, look, I have singles of all these. Like I have
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
old 60s versions of every single like the
Like Mad Mike.
Standells, Max Frost and the Troopers,
Yeah.
like I have the singles. So like
You have
when
the you know what? You have the music of the people who were killed in Vietnam who couldn't
yeah,
continue rock and roll.
straight up and
That's
down.
what you have.
Actually, I met this old crab fisherman on Fisherman's Wharf, and he's like, yeah, my brother, he's like, I know you're DJing all these old fucking songs. Like my brother's got this satchel of 45s that it's just sitting in my mother's house because it was his records before he went to Vietnam and died. And
Wow. Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
like, if anybody would appreciate these, I know it would be you. He never gave them to me, but like
Yeah.
he was thinking about
He
me.
was about to.
Yeah.
That's like
But
being on a fucking wharf.
that's the thing about like you and I being contemporaries is like I was DJing and like a student of the stuff that you guys were influenced by, that you're students
Yeah.
of, but
Yeah.
you guys made music that represents your interest in that. Whereas like
Yeah. Or
I'm
juvenile
like
delinquent
I'll
tendencies.
make weird like punk tracks. Like I don't care about like trying to represent my taste in music through the music that I make. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like it's not it's also like a limited ability. I mean, I like I'm a skateboarder. I have broken hands. Like I can't really play guitar. Like
Yeah.
that's why I
Yeah.
play like open tuning and stuff because I don't
Yeah,
have
because you also have the Keith Richards in you. You like the drone of like the feeling of being fucking blues.
yeah, and slide guitar and fucking
Look at these firecrackers.
I knew as soon as I tuned my guitar that way that Keith Richards picked that shit up from hanging out drinking with the blues guys.
Yeah, in a
Like,
speakeasy, and then
yeah, I
sleeping
mean,
on a
it's
couch
so
and getting
obvious to me.
fucking
I was like,
vodka.
oh, this is a slide guitar thing. He was hanging out with Lead Belly, going like, hey, Keith, fuck all that standard tuning shit. This is the quarter G, like, and just was like,
Yeah,
here's how you do it, like, but
it's literally the code of the Jews.
he's a student of the of what he's interested in, so like, he's a preservationist of these things. Like, you can kind of, as an American, like the the things that I hold sacred are like bourbon, banjos, blues music. These are what we made. Basketball, like like this is what we,
Bourbon and
you
band
know,
booze.
like fucking like baseball is fucking cricket. Like basketball is the only American sport. Blues is the
Yeah,
only American music. Banjo is the only American instrument. Like so I like all of these things and I'm a little offended by fucking English dudes who are like, yeah, this is really the shit. Like, we're so esoteric. Like, we went to art school and like, we're gonna make fucking our first album's just gonna be covers of fucking old Chicago blues guys. But Keith Richards is a preservationist of something that's very fucking important to me. So like, how much can I hate him for that? You know what I mean? Like, how much of a fucking dork hater can I be about somebody who cares about it? You really
and why do you
care
want to
about
hate
it.
someone?
Like,
Why do you want to hate someone that's actually celebrating, emancipation through
right,
music?
but
And like,
not everyone has earnest intentions. Not everyone is pure of heart,
yeah,
like some
because
people
Ernest didn't go to camp.
Ernest went to prison.
Yeah,
You remember when Ernest went to Africa? I think that's when the fucking
when he became a Zulu priest. Imagine I sealed my mouth shut with this. Like I melted this fucking flesh on my lips.
Don't do that.
I'm not going.
You're on some fucking some nightmare shit. Don't do that shit.
I'm doing some Saw shit now. Like I'm that clown, that severed head. No, what is it? The clown with the spiral eyes. Like I hate that shit.
Ugh.
I hate it.
I don't like horror movies, man. I have a condition that people call OCD with harm disorder.
That sounds fun.
No, it's
So
not.
you got scars all over your arms.
No, not harming yourself. It's like you obsess about the harm that could come. And I've actually never met a person. I hate to keep bringing up my chick like I'm like a lovesick lover boy, but the chick that I'm seeing, she has a kid, and when she had postpartum depression, she developed OCD with harm. OCD with
She
harm.
wanted to kill her kid.
No, she didn't want to. It's not about harming people. It's about the harm that you imagine could happen to a person. So like the first time I ever heard about it was on an NPR show where this guy was like hanging out with his girlfriend and they watched City of God, that Brazilian movie.
Wow.
It's like
Yeah,
super fucking it's super graphic and super violent.
yeah.
And he was having these like visions in his head when he was closed his eyes, he would imagine his girlfriend being like gutted and disemboweled and shit. And so he saw a psychiatrist because he's like, does this mean like I want to hurt her? And the psychiatrist is like, no, you're worried about the harm that can come to her. Like,
Right.
so like that's what my friend was going through with her postpartum.
The
And
mysteries of
oh wow, look at that. Danae.
the
Dude,
nay squared.
Does she love that? Does she just lick that thing? And fucking
She just
spit on it?
kissed it with her lipstick.
Oh, that's so
That
cute.
red lipstick, man.
That's so cute that we're
And
like
look
on
at
some,
my mom.
we're on some couple skate shit right now. We're like we're both like lovesick lover boys.
Look how beautiful her face is. But
Who's that?
dude, tattoo wise, look how beautiful that face is.
Who is that?
That's Patsy Deer, my character, my mom, my Mohawk mom.
Oh, yeah, this is my
Yeah, and then I got her.
this is Rosie Palm, the only girl who will never leave
Oh,
me.
I love it.
You see
The
that?
five knuckle shuffle. Look at this snare drum ring.
Is that what that is? Oh wow.
Yeah, isn't that
That's
wicked?
hell
And
yeah.
it's right before the baboon cock. This is, you know what this is from? This is from Tom of Finland.
Yeah, I know
Tom of
Tom of
Finland
Finland.
was,
He's an illustrator. Yeah. I know Tom of
yeah,
Finland.
yeah, that's from Tom of Finland. That was on all the belt buckles of, and the police hats and stuff. It was the flying cock, the golden
Yeah.
cock.
When
I did a movie too.
when I worked in tattoo shops, the gays would come in to get that shit tattooed on them all the time, dude. Tom of
Yeah,
Finland
that's fucking. You
illustrations.
know, it's done in pencil. Those drawings. It's
Oh
like
yeah. Dude, he would spend
beautiful.
like hours sculpting out a giant throbbing dick. Like just
Awesome, awesome.
like
Like seriously, if you're gonna get gay, then do it with a fucking sailor and a fucking leather daddy, and fucking just piss your pants. Like have them fucking suck your fucking
you want to hear something
the
fucking
sweat.
crazy, dude? I don't tell too many people about this. It'd be great to record it on the podcast, but like so one of my best friends ever, like one of
Yeah,
the only human beings who ever understood me properly, was this
yeah,
dude who was a gay professional wrestler. Okay. He was in
okay,
WCW. His name was Chris Canyon. Right. And
yeah,
so, like, one day I'm doing like an art project at work. I was working at Yellow Cab answering the phones, like, yo, you need a cab? Like, and
yeah,
I would do different voices every phone call. I'd be like, oh yeah, you want your cab? Or I'd like answer and be like, oh hi, how are you? Do you need a
yeah.
cab?
Exactly.
But anyway,
My name's Charlie Feathers. I'm here
Charlie
to help you.
Parker here,
Yeah,
not the Negro one. But anyway,
yeah. Not the one
so
with the saxophone, but I blow
so
things.
so I'm working there one day, right? And I'm fucking doing like a art project while I'm answering the phones about famous deaths, famous
Yeah,
suicides, famous like died on your own accord kind of
yeah,
shit. Like Billie
yeah,
Holiday died from alcohol, whatever.
yeah.
So I Google famous pill deaths, and fucking
Uh-huh.
Chris Canyon comes up, dude. He
And
fucking
what the porno star?
no, Chris Canyon, my homie, the gay pro wrestler.
Oh fuck. Okay, and so how did he die?
He ate a bunch of pills and killed himself.
That sucks.
Yeah. So anyway, like a couple days later, my boss comes in and he's like, "Hey, Millhouse, like I know you can get some people together. Like, we need some people to walk in the gay pride parade with uh with yellow cab, like with a yellow cab like float, right?"
Mhm.
Well, a couple days before that, bro, I'm having a dream where is that like canned fish?
Yeah,
That's disgusting, bro.
dude. It's buckling fillet. Bucklings.
Buckling the fillets. Yes, Arish, eat your fish. Go and then do your homework. And then,
Dude, there was so much skin on it.
ugh. That
Dude,
reminds me. That
it's
reminds me when I was in
gazelle.
Jamaica. They would serve us saltfish. It was the worst.
Oh, fuck, it's
Oh,
hard, man.
I
That's
hate
crazy.
that shit. Anyway, so like a couple weeks before the fucking the boss comes in and asks me to like assemble a team to walk in the gay pride parade, I was having a
Yeah.
dream where I was standing on a street corner and Chris is in like leather gear with his friends and they're
Yeah.
walking down the street and I'm behind like barricades and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I woke up and I turned to my super hot girlfriend because I'm straight as fuck and I was like, does this mean I'm gay that I'm having like fucking dreams about my gay friend? And she's like, no. It's like she's like, no, that sounds like it's almost like prophetic. So then like a week later, my fucking boss comes in and is like, hey, you want to walk in the gay pride parade?
Wow.
And they paid us $100 each to do it. And I was like, bro, that's like the other realm. That's like my homie fucking dying, being in the spirit realm, and
Yeah.
like coming to me and being like, you're gonna walk in the fucking, you're gonna be a faggot for a day. You're gonna be it's like you're gonna walk
Tell
in
me
the
that doesn't
parade. And then we were right behind Mr. Fist.
Mr. Fist.
That was his
What
name,
is
dude. Mr. Fist, he wears a big long glove all the way up to his elbow because apparently that's how deep his fist
That's
goes.
why I just put it in.
Yeah. But it was great. It was a great experience. But I swear to God, man, I get messages from the other side sometimes. And I know that makes me sound schizophrenic, but I'm not.
No, you're actually not schizophrenic at all. You're actually being very how would you say it? Being sensitive to the spirit world around you.
I swear to God, dude, it's real. Like I had
I
this
know.
lady come up to me one time in a Whole Foods, and she said she was a medium, and she said to me that you have a spirit that evil spirits like to attach themselves to.
Yes, exactly.
That's so weird though, but it's
That's why
true.
you need
Like
protection
she's not
amulets like
wrong.
this. That's why you need something like this to protect you. And
Yeah.
then what happens is that this thing will break, right? That your ring around your bracelet will crack because the evil eye has been staved. It's called psychic daggers.
Psychic daggers. I like that. I like that. That might
There's
be on my
lots of them.
that might be on my new album. Oh, by the way, that song that you used on your new demo with my voice in it, can I put that on a record? I
Of
can?
course.
Okay, cool.
You're making a
I
feminine.
sent that to my lady and she's like, "You're the most thoughtful person. You are like the most caring and thoughtful person that I've ever met." She's like, "Everything that you said to him was like with every good intention that you could have for a person in mind. It's like you really like cared about giving this person a good message." And I was like, "Yeah, dude, this is who I am. Like I'm glad you see me for what I am." Like
That's beautiful. That means that
now
she's always going to give.
I will say she does have a Weezer fetish, okay? Like
Oh, so make her wear a sweater.
she has a Weezer fetish, okay? You see what I'm talking about here? Like so it's not a coincidence that she's
No,
into me. But the fact but the fact is that it's
you look
also
so much more manly than Weezer.
what's that?
I said you look so much more fucking manly than Weezer.
Oh yeah, I mean
Weezer is such a bunch of
I'm a
loser wimps.
yeah, they're little cucks, dude. Like I'm a true Florida boy. I'm a gangster. Like
From
I am, and
Vancouver.
you might be. I think one of the real reasons we connect so well is because we're like some of the last true rock and roll outlaws. Like I'm such a rock
Yes.
and roll outlaw that I've only played 2 shows in my whole life. Like I don't need the egomaniacal. Like I'm really on some gangster shit. I'm really on some like
You don't need the yes man. You need
no,
the fucking no man. You know, like you need the one who's in the alley looking for crack while you're on stage smoking fucking some girl's butthole with your dick.
straight up and down.
You know what I
Like
mean?
straight
You're
up.
like in the backstage and they're asking you, do you want Grey Goose or you want Tanqueray? You know,
Both.
it's like,
But
yeah, exactly.
and for free. Can we get a doggy bag for that shit too? We gotta take it to the next
Yeah, and put
level.
and put some fucking Mr. Freeze in it so I can fucking go blind. You know,
Yeah.
some antifreeze.
No,
Like
I mean,
poor
and
Bart Simpson.
that was what I liked about fucking Jay Retard is that he was like one of the last rock and roll outlaws. Like he didn't give a fuck about
I
what
mean,
he thought
if you
about
went to
him.
the
Like,
show of Jay Retard, you could do two things. You could mosh, or you could go on stage, kick his distortion pedal, and pin punch you,
yeah.
and that's more memorable. That's more like, yeah, I got fucking punched by Jay Retard. Like
Right,
it's
but
like the Doors too. The
he's also
Doors,
gonna get so excited that he got paid from the gig and then like body slam someone on the fucking ground and get kicked out of the fucking place that he just played at and like brought a bunch of money to. Like
exactly. It's like I remember there's a guy named Dan Burke, and he was like notorious for like, oh, I give you a $500 guarantee, but I actually have a box of designer jeans that fell off a truck in Chinatown. So like, how about I give you some designer jeans instead of pay, right? And so like, obviously, some bands would react violently and like smash a guitar on his head, which was John Dwyer did on it's on film, and he's proud of it. Years later, like, yeah, it was violent to a guy
John
who
Dwyer
lived
is
in
a
his
fucking
office.
meth head fucking rapist, dude. Like
Yes, thank you. And you know what? Not only that, but he's in competition. If you're funnier than him, he's in competition with you, and he's like just motor mouthing, trying to shut you up.
oh, dude,
You know,
I'm
and
gonna
then he
tell you,
like,
I'm gonna
oh,
tell
this
you
is
right
what it is.
now, dude. We were playing
Yeah,
shows in fucking San Francisco around the same time, and
yeah,
between
yeah,
whatever album came out before Carrie and Crawler, and then Carrie and Crawler, I was doing
yeah.
open G and F standard tuning, and it's like,
Right.
that's amazing that your next album sounds like he's a fucking personality
Yeah.
thief. Like, you used my brain to make a fucking album. Like, fuck you forever.
Yeah.
But you know what is funny is like,
No.
because my music sounds similar to his and his is more successful, I get a gang of chicks who are like, his music sounds just like the OC's. Like,
Oh God.
I hooked
You
up
know
with
what I hate too is the woo, woo. You know, like
yeah.
yeah, I have to do that like fucking Michael Jackson. Ooh, you know, and then it's like, yeah, it's like fuck off. But you know what I love is that like I have okay. So the one family that I really love is the Rose McGowan family, the McGowans. Their
Oh my
motto
God.
is
Dude, I used to beat my dick raw to fucking Rose McGowan in Jawbreaker when I was a teenager. Oh
yeah, dude,
God,
exactly,
dude. I
exactly.
love those pasty ass white bitches with fat tits and fat asses. Like, oh, love
Yeah,
that.
I mean, I wouldn't call her pasty. She's just Irish. She's just pale.
Pale,
You know,
pasty,
like
pale. It's not a bad term. It's just what it is. Like,
no, dude, it's like this someone just wrote me, you can get a staph infection if you keep picking your tattoos.
hey, dude,
Um,
dude. So check this out. We're looking for investors right now.
yeah.
I
What
have the
kind of money?
best. I have the best fucking business idea. I shouldn't even be
Okay.
talking about it, but this is gonna be
I can't wait to
buried
hear
into
it.
the podcast like hours in.
Tell
So
me, tell me.
I want to make a fucking nerd themed strip club. Okay.
I love it.
There's only two kinds of strip clubs in the world right now. There's fucking ghetto,
Yeah.
bass in your face, shake a booty joints, and then there's like
Yeah.
tattooed strippers in Portland who dance to fucking Danzig. Like boom,
Right.
boom,
And if you don't look at them, they fucking yell
mother.
at
Like,
you.
but what about a
They yell at you, they stomp their
what's the
boots.
best thing about the Ren Fair besides the fucking turkey legs?
Oh, wait. How about the used wait. I'm going to answer this properly. The mini Mexican suits for little babies to have to look
No,
like
no, it's
cartel guys.
fat tits and fucking corsets, dude. Like that's the
Oh yeah.
best thing. You walk around a Ren Fair, you eat a fucking turkey leg, you look at
Oh,
fat
Ren Fair. I
tits.
thought you meant a Mexican fair. No,
No, Ren
Renaissance
Fair, like a Renaissance fair. Like,
Renaissance fair. Okay, yeah. I haven't been
oh,
to those,
dude,
but I did eat bread off a stick.
I'm trying to find investors right now to have a fucking nerd themed. I'm talking about Trekkie Tuesdays, Furry
Yeah,
Fridays, fucking Star Wars Saturdays. You know what I'm saying?
dude,
Like
you're
nerd
listing off exactly what we need to be fucking. That should be our audience.
straight up and down. King Khan can play anytime. You could come and fucking, you could score the. I was thinking of this place in San Francisco called the O'Farrell Theater, right down the street from where you stuck a microphone in your butt.
As long as this
The
feral.
O'Farrell Theater was like a theater. It was like a strip club, but it was like they would do sex shows where like they'd be like they'd have this chick with big tits, and they're like, "Oh, we put the
Oh
mind of
my
a
god,
fucking."
dude! I have a poker chip from O'Farrell's that was made by Robert Crumb.
There you go. Exactly.
He
So I
did
want to make
advertising for O'Farrell. It's exactly O'Farrell's.
and fucking Hunter Thompson was quoted in fucking Playboy saying it's the place to go in San Francisco, the O'Farrell Theater. Like, so I want to make
Yeah,
a
that's
Austin. I want to make an Austin version of it where it's like fucking
yeah.
nerd themed. Like, you know, it's not there's not big bass going. It's not hip hop. It's not rock and roll. It's not a bunch of chicks with
No, you can have a
sailor
conversation.
tattoos
Like,
all over their. Yeah, no, it's like a show of like, here's our fair lady of orgasm who's like doing a
yeah,
bad porno performance, but it's still a performance. And then they come and like rub their tits in your face with the collection basket, just like O'Farrell Theater. Like
yeah.
we need
Oh, I
that.
love that you
We
fucking
need
named it
more
that
of it.
because I did not know that.
Yeah.
I always wondered why the guy from whatchamacallit, Stoned Again, that like melting
Yeah.
face guy.
Keep on
It's
trucking, brother.
yeah, I mean, you know what? One thing I'm really curious about is why did Ralph Bakshi have such a bad reputation with Crumb? Like I know that he stole Fritz the Cat, but I mean, was the intention just commercial success, like, or was it like that he wanted to get Crumb back for being the king of the underworld, but he wasn't because he's such a nerd.
Right.
I
I mean,
love
I
fucking
feel
nerds.
like if you watch the R. Crumb documentary, he is just a guy who
Yeah,
wants to sit and draw. He's not worrying about fucking how to market it or what
completely,
product to turn it into. And
completely.
that infuriates people who do not have talent like that. It infuriates them because they're like, "Well, I have this business sense, and if I had your talent, I'd be doing this." So they just steal
Yeah,
your brain. They steal. It's like John Dwyer, no fucking vision, steals my
yeah,
tone, makes $1 million off of it. Like it's like, okay, I'm always gonna be that guy.
Dude,
The
you know what?
corner, like,
You know what pisses me off? You know, you know what pisses me off is that Bill Hader loves OCs. Bill Hader for me, the show, what was it called? Bruno? No, it was a TV show about
Barry.
a military level assassin.
Barry.
Barry.
Yeah.
That dude, that was a show with the guy from the Fonz. The Fonz. He was playing the
Winkler.
the teacher of the acting coach.
Yeah, Winkler.
Winkler, man, dude, he's the one who fucks blue. What is it? Blue Man Group. He fucks Blue Man Group people. You know, in that TV show, Arrested Development.
Oh yeah. That's hilarious.
What's sexier than saying that you're a Black Panther? Really?
A black what?
You know what I mean? Like, that's you know, telling a girl that you're a Black Panther, that you're like, you know the Louisiana Panthers, and they're your fucking buddies, and they used to run guns from like through the desert, you know, like
Well, I can
maybe
never
maybe I'm getting too ballsy.
I can never be a black.
I don't want to be a macho. You know, I hate macho people. Like, I don't like the flexing of the muscles to show I'm like fucking special.
Oh yeah.
God, I have no money.
Can you be?
I'm
literally.
one
Why do you
euro
think why do you think I adopted the nickname Millhouse? Because I am like the antithesis of the egomaniacal male fucking like fucking dorks, dude. Just show a woman how fucking weak you are by acting like that. Because I get more pussy than I get more ass than a fucking subway bench. And it's because I don't have that fucking mentality, dude. I don't have this conquistador, fucking, oh, prove how fucking, tell me how powerful I am by sucking on my haunches. Like, no, dude. It's so corny. Like, you can't, like, it makes me, I'm embarrassed to be a man sometimes. Like, straight up and down. Like, most men are just fucking, like, worthless pigs where I'm like, no, dude, like, we're not, I was raised by a first wave feminist mother. Like we're not all fucking like pig fucking just nasty fucking ego. And all of the dudes do that for approval from guys. If they knew what women wanted to hear out of a man's mouth, it wouldn't be any of that shit. Cause I'll tell you, I'm really a ladies' man. I'm a flirt. I love making women happy. I eat pussy and it makes my dick hard. Like, I can't even really get a proper erection until I've eaten pussy. Because I love pleasing women, dude. I love pleasing their ear. I love fucking their ear.
That's why my German wife, we didn't get along. It's like, I would be like, okay, we're going to start foreplay. I want to eat your pussy and I want to see your legs spread and all that kind of stuff. And she didn't want it. She's like, no, pushing my head away. And then I'm like, okay, what? I'm just going to stick my dick in there and that's it. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll flip you over a couple of times. I'll give you the doggy style. I'll give you the I'm on the floor. You know, like, I'll push my bone into your fucking thing. But I'm going to come and then I'm not going to care about you. I'm going to go to bed. Because, like, you're not enticing me to be mysterious or fucking dangerous.
Right.
Know?
And you also, I think people don't understand that, like, the wanting to please someone is also a fucking effort. Like, it's something that turns me on. Like, if I'm eating your pussy, like, the best that you've ever had, and you're squirming and you're shaking, like, I'm turned the fuck on. Like, it's not a weak thing. It's not a fucking, like.
Recording in progress.
You can hear that?
Yeah, I love it. It's your mother in the upstairs room.
Grandma!
Okay, so let's talk, what
were we talking about?
We were
talking about eating pussy. We were talking about music stuff.
We're talking about being good. We were talking about being good.
We didn't record it last time we talked when I was in Oklahoma, but you should tell the story of when Jay Retard and you were trying to out-punk each other.
Okay, so there's a band, I think they were called Modest Mouse or something.
Oh my
and they were late on their plane. And they were flying into Chicago and were playing in the park at the Pitchfork Festival. So I saw Bradford Cox from the Deer Hunter, who's like a diseased, weird dude, and he's like, "Hey, Arish, like, hop in the golf cart, and we're gonna go and perform because Modest Mouse is late, or Muse, or some fucking hipster shit." Anyways, so I was like, "Yeah, that sounds great." So me and Jay had just been in the fucking backstage in a little cabana, snorting tons of coke, and then we're like, yeah, let's go. So we both jump in the thing, golf cart, and then we show up, and then we have like a drum set, and Jared from the Ponies was also on drums. So like we set up really quick, and then we started playing. I started doing this Bad Brains kind of like riffing, like you know, and then Jay just fucking started grabbing the mic, like you know, like super fucking hardcore, great. And then someone in the audience shot a sunflower on stage, and it had a huge fucking thick stem, including the fucking base of it, which was like a fucking, you know, like that thick, you know. So then he fucking just put it in his mouth and smashed it into his asshole, and we called ourselves Butt Flower, right? And if you want to see it, you can actually see it on Pitchfork. It's called Day Tripping, and you look it up. Bradford Cuss Day Tripping, and he's got 4 episodes, and it's like, I don't know which one it is, the second at the end of the second or something like that. But he does an interview with me where he's like, Arish, why do you sexualize everything? I'm like, because everything is sexual. You know, it's like, and then I'm wearing, you know, like these really cool costumes, gold, shiny, like capes and like alien mask and all this shit. So like, you know, there would be kids like selling ice cream, you know, and I would just be like, hey, can I hang out in the truck? I just go in the fucking truck. People would be walking in. I'd be signing autographs. I'd just be like, I was like a fucking kingpin on that shit. And then, you know,
what was the deal with Pitchfork? Like, why were you guys like the golden children of Pitchfork? Like, it's like it was like a wannabe Vice kind of like.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what it is. Okay, when you have a Pitchfork number, which is from 0 to 10, and so you're being judged by a coffee table full of fucking hipsters that are on laptops in Starbucks, right? So like they're gonna tell you, oh, it's not Rasta enough. It's not enough dreads in this music. There's not enough that, you know. So for us, when you get this mark, that's like, let's say you have 7 out of 10 or above, then the people who are buyers at like Amoeba Records and like Criminal Records and the records that actually count how many you sell and then maybe get you a platinum record, right, or like a gold plated thing. So those people, the counters, they're the tastemakers. So they'll just get anything from Pitchfork that goes 7 and up, right? Because they're like, oh, we're bound to have someone in the audience of that audience coming in. So basically now you have a rating system of your worth. And then the buyers, like slaves, will look at your teeth. You know, oh, they're not loose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, a gift horse in the mouth. That's what they say in Texas.
Exactly. A gift horse in the mouth. Exactly that. So like they'll judge your material worth, and then you'll sell X amount of copies and then never be heard. So like not only did they choose what they wanted to choose, but they would do it like payola, because when the band rolls around and you do an in-store at a record store, who's going to make the money? The record store, because they're going to sell like, oh, look, I got a Bee Gees album and I got this first fucking, you know, a Spyro Gyro album or like fucking, you know. So
we have 18 copies of Rumors.
Exactly. And those are the people who ruin the record business, because when you have a record that you want to put out in a month, right? So you send your masters and they played it, right? They cut the needle on the vinyl on the mother, and then they stamp it on the fucking metal, right? Yeah. So now this thing can be used forever to make your record. And the thing is, then your record gets paused because we have an order for 1 million Fleetwood Mac records because the vinyl's cool now. So Urban Outfitters is going to have all of the fucking best of John Coltrane and blah, 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 and then you're going to get nothing. No chance to print your record. And then when your record comes out in 6 months, you've got reviews in some fanzines in like the month, like 6 months before, and they're going to forget about ordering your record because they're going to go to the record hop and they're going to see exactly what their master has chosen for them. You know, it's a slavery fucking thing. You know, the best form of slavery was Mohawk.
I mean, it's not. It's double. It's a double-edged sword too, because you have to like music and and like comedy. And I would say maybe like I'm in a better space with like writing books, but like you have to appeal to people who like everyone thinks that their fucking taste in music is the best. Like everyone, even people who are into Creed and Nickelback and shit, or like Sublime, they all think that their fucking taste in music is the best. And music really only like the success of you can make a great album and be broke. Look at the Velvet Underground. They sold 1,000 records. They started 1,000 bands, but they didn't make shit off any of those albums. You have to
Yeah.
appeal to these people whose like their sense of worth is based on like what they like. Like I'm a creative, you're a creative. Like what we make and put out is indicative of what our tastes are, or at least what we conceptualize as important for art in the whole
Yeah.
scheme of the thing. But then you have the people that you rely on to give you money have this like warped, dumb fucking idea of what's good and what's bad, and you have to pander to that. And it's disgusting, especially with comedy. It's like you have to, you have to, everybody thinks that they're funny. Everybody thinks they know
Yeah.
what funny is. And then you have to get on stage, and the only worth that you have in this field is do they think I'm funny? It's like, I know
Haha.
I'm funny. I'll put it in a book and it's funny and read it if you fucking want to. Like, I don't want to get on stage and fucking play an album. I don't want to play something that is meaningful to me for a bunch of pigs. You're a pig. It's in the
Yeah.
Bible. Don't cast your pearls before swine. Don't put a
I
pearl
love that
necklace on a
expression.
fucking pig, dude. Like,
Listen to the song Uncle John on the album Pearls Before Swine. It's a Texas psychedelic band inspired by the 13th Floor Elevators, probably opened for them, played with the Spades also, which was Rookie Erickson's first band, played with Power Plant. The album I can't remember the name of the band. I think it's called Power Plant. Anyways, Texas had DMT. They knew how to purify it and find it. They were smoking DMT in the studios when they were recording. So like these guys were so high, right? They didn't, and they took the fall because the police basically said, "Hey, these are such high level illegal drugs. If you don't have some way to prove that everyone is on this, then you have to take the rap for everyone, and then we're gonna lobotomize you and put you in a fucking mental asylum with rapists and murderers." And that's what happened to Roky Erickson. He
yeah, I know.
basically went from a fucking guy who's getting pussy and having fun and smoking weed, and then suddenly like, oh my god, I'm taking the rap for like, dying for everyone's sins.
Yeah, 10
Like
for
Jesus.
2. 10 for 2, John Sinclair. Like 10 years for 2 joints. Like,
John Sinclair also, it's like, like I don't fully agree with the White Panther Party because I think it was more caveman style than anything.
hey, check this
And
out.
like they were more
I
about
have a
like
white,
being
I have a White
sexist.
Panther Party
Yeah.
tattoo.
No way. Let me see it. The Pink Panther.
But he's white. He's white.
He's right. Yeah. He's pale. He's pale. Yeah. Yeah. That's like the tattoo I got on my belly. I wanted it pink because it's absence of color,
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's not just a scar, it's like something more important. But dude, could you just imagine the idea of having a boat in the sand? Like
Oh,
in a
dude, it's gonna
fucking
be sick. We're gonna make for the viewers of this, if anyone is still listening at this point,
yeah.
Khan is about to move into a boat in the desert. And I'm gonna come there
Dude,
and we're gonna film a documentary about it. Dude, that's gold. That's video gold right there of like
that's like
we
yeah.
need to make like a fake like fall from grace of like nothing was ever right after Khan farted in Lindsay Lohan's face. And like we'll have like a montage of like with a voiceover of you like, yeah, and then everything went downhill from there and fucking barbecue started having sex with my grandmother's ghost and then and then boom, now you're in like that whole, you know what I'm talking about, like those old 80s movies where it's like the guy like he kills the end of a bottle of bourbon, like throws it into the fucking other pile of like living on a boat in the desert. Like we'll make a fake
Like having
redemption story for
wait,
you.
can you just
Like
here, listen how cute her voice is. Wait, there's more. Wait, here comes number 2.
Oh shit! I talked to Peter for a while.
who's that?
Peter, that's Nene, but the Peter is the guy I told you who asked her to piss on him.
Oh yeah.
You have my number again, sweetie? What's going on?
I love when she calls me sweetie. It's oh my god. So her nana was raped all her life by her father,
Oh.
and so when she met me, she gravitated towards me, and she she told me, like, oh, our family is Cherokee. We have Cherokee blood, and like, I'm really proud of that. And I had a lot of history of abuse in my family, and we stuck together. And so what happened was that she married an old man that just hated their family. So he passed away last year or whatever or something. So now after 7 years, she came into Nene's life like just at Thanksgiving, and Nene made the great apple cream cake, the fucking sponge cake with like sweet potato. She made the classic uh, sweet potato with marshmallows on top.
Oh yeah.
Like, dude, I love that shit. Turkey, ham, and fucking cranberry sauce, and like my black lady friend here who works here, Cece. She told me that her grandma used to make egg rolls with turkey, cranberry, mashed potatoes, and like gravy, and what I mean, like that's fucking innovative.
Yeah.
This is why the futurist movement was anti pasta, right? They said pasta makes women stupid. You just boil the water, you throw in a tomato, you throw in some olive oil, you throw in some fucking ginger or garlic and cheese, and you don't have to think. So they said, be creative and make dishes that will challenge your creativity. And so one of the dishes they had was a woman eats duck, roasted duck, crispy duck, right, on a bed of snow, which is on a mirror. So when she's eating it, the snow slowly melts, and slowly she realizes how beautiful she is.
Oh, I love that, dude. Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah. You know
Okay,
what's funny
like
is
there was one. Yeah.
so I hung out with my chick on Thanksgiving, and she went to like a little like friendsgiving like down the street, and the woman is a white girl, and white, I don't know if you know this about, I don't know how much time you spend around white people, but they don't cook food that tastes good at all. Like
It's because they dress it with salt and pepper.
no, because they don't put salt and pepper or butter or anything that tastes good on it. Like they're like, is this
Yeah.
healthy? It's like healthy tastes like shit. I don't want that. Like it's Thanksgiving, all right? I want to be thankful for how awful this is for me, and I want to eat good food. So we like got together and I made a meatloaf, a Jewish delicacy. You know what I'm saying? And not a Zionist delicacy. They don't got meat over there. That's fucking like they're peasants over in that desert area. But and then she made an Alabama delicacy called mashed potatoes. Okay, and then and then we made like a salad with fucking uh goat cheese and some nuts and fruit on it. And we ate like these tiny little like square plate hipster fucking portions, and I was more satisfied from that for a Thanksgiving. You're supposed to like pig out and eat a bunch of garbage, sweet potatoes, cranberry, whatever. Did you
And
go?
he's back.
He's back. But anyway, yeah. The point is that flavor, fat equals flavor. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Did you send me a fucking link? What is this? What are you doing, dude? Who is you? You froze on me, big bro.
Little Richard, dude, he's like the fucking. Oh man, look how cute
Oh,
this girl is.
we gotta educate our viewers, dude.
Yeah.
Little Richard and Otis Redding are from the same street in Macon, Georgia. Did you know that? What are you doing?
By the way, do you want kids eventually? This girl is asking me if I want kids eventually.
Dude, that's a
My kids
fucking,
fucking
that is
look
not
like.
a real person, okay? I happen to know for a fact that dudes' dicks are not that big on the regular, okay?
Okay, fine. I'll believe you, but I will say I do appreciate the attention from OnlyFans.
Yeah,
Whatever
man.
their Israeli Zionist fucking militia is doing, it's making me wanna maybe throw my cock in somewhere.
I used to
I can
I
lick
used to
that dick.
fuck this Israeli girl in Brooklyn. She lived right across the street from Pratt, and I would make fun of her all the time because she like talked with this Israeli accent all the time, and I'd be like, "Oh yes, I did, yeah," and I would like make fun of her constantly. And she's like,
Yeah.
no one's ever talked to me like this. And I was like, well, if you don't like it, I can leave. And she's like, no, I cannot get enough. I love this.
Oh wow.
Like everyone's like so like
You were the applesauce and the latke.
just like everyone's very like gentle to her about like, oh, you're a foreigner, you talk funny, like whatever. And like she would say some fucking shit to me and I'd be like, oh yeah, so we talk in fucking Palestine or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Basically, Israel is Palestine. It used to be, and now it's not because they said so. Like it's fucking gay, dude. Like, and not the good kind of gay where a dick gets sucked. Like
Yeah.
there was this lady, you would love this, broad, because you're pro-Palestine. This lady
Yeah.
who owns a cafe in San Francisco called Cafe International, and she's like, she's from Palestine, but she's black somehow. I don't know how that works out,
Okay.
but she's just like, she'll rant about Palestine to you, but then she'll also like give you a free coffee and a back rub. You know what I mean? Like, I love that lady. Like, she was so sick. And I took a friend of mine who's like a major in Mid East studies, and she's like very pro-Palestine and I took her there, and they just like I just like introduced them, and they sat in the back and talked for like 4 hours while I ate weed cookies. Like it was great. I love that kind of shit. Like
That's really cool.
San Francisco at a time was the best place to live ever, where people were excited to be there and nice to each other and
Yeah.
sharing of information. And I feel like Austin right now is very similar to that. Like Austin
Right.
reminds me of like San Francisco 15 years ago. Like
Wow.
yeah, I love being here, dude. Like everyone's easy to talk to, just no bullshit. They're not being dickheads. Everyone's excited to be here. No one's bummed. Like
Yeah.
I love it. I'm having a great time out here. And I'm dating like the hottest chick in Austin. I don't know if we're dating. She asked me, "Are we going steady?" And I was like, "Did you just
Eh?
ask me to go steady?" She said
Are
that.
we going steady?
Yeah, she said that. She said, "Are we going steady?" And I was like, "I guess we are now. If you got to ask, shit, we definitely are." Like and then I played her to the Beach Boys. All the guys
Oh,
go steady because it wouldn't be right to leave your best girl home on a Saturday night.
I'll get around, yeah, get around, I gotta. My boat. I have a boat in the sand. Come visit me. I'm at the hotel, Motel Vista, Sierra Vista.
You're trying to
Man,
solicit a prostitute when you have steak at home and you're going out for
I know.
cheeseburgers, bro. Like
I just want a little taste of it. Fucking, I want a hoagie, man. I want a hoagie like Bill Cosby.
you're tripping, bro. You need to tie your motherfucking shoelaces and appreciate what you got.
You know what? Appreciation is something that's so like so maniacal in some sense. You know, like if you show too much appreciation for something, then you're fucking, you know,
Oh yeah, that outwardly fucking yeah, I agree. You can definitely like display appreciation and it's distasteful for sure. Like
yeah.
it's obnoxious to be honest with you. Like virtue signaling is what people call that, where you signal for virtues from others who are like-minded.
Yeah.
Where I'm from in Florida, we would just describe that as gay.
Gay. You're fucking gay. Everyone knows it. You don't like to fuck the. We don't like to fuck the goalie. You like to fuck the fucking hockey stick.
I developed this phrase that I say all the time where I'm like, that's gay, not the good kind where a dick gets sucked, you know? Like, and a friend of mine said that in a bar in Brooklyn and like some gay dude like whipped his head around. Was like, oh, it's gay? Is it gay? Is it? Oh, it's gay. I guess it's gay then. Like, it's like, dude, you're not listening. It's like, there's like good
Yeah.
gay where dicks get sucked, and then there's like gay. Like that's gay as fuck. Like stop being gay.
You know what? You know, could you just imagine our moms watching this together and being like, "Oh my god, our boys are so gross. They're just
Oh my God.
all they talk about is pussy."
My
And
mom would be holding your mother's hand going, I'm sorry. Miss, what's your mom's name? Kalima? What'd you
Mataji. No, it's Daraksha, which means candlelight.
Diraksha.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Daraksha. Yeah, and you know it's funny. Bloodshot Bill's birth name is Derek Sean, Dereksean, and my mom's name is Darakashan. So like
Wow.
they have so many similar letters in their name. And when I told her this, she was just, my mother was a no sayer. Like I would beg her, like, hey, can I go to Billy's? No. Can I go shopping? No. Can I go to the mall? No. Can I buy popcorn? No. Is there going to be popcorn at the movie? No. Can we watch the trailers of the movie early? No, 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 no. So like everything was rejected. And when my dad was around, my mother like treated us like we're in a funeral. You know, I mean, like there was no laughter. There was no like, I got in trouble for
See, my mom was like that, but in like a way where she discouraged bad behavior because she knew her kids were fucking idiots. Like, I'd be like, "Hey, what do you? I'm
yeah,
thinking about doing this," and she'd be like, "No, like that's the dumbest thing ever." Like, and it wasn't until like a few years ago where she's like, she developed this mantra of, "If you can't be good, be careful." Like in my late 30s, she's like, it's like, Mom, you should have had this fucking mentality like the whole time. But it was just no. Like, can I get a new skateboard? No, you're gonna break your arm. Can can, can I go
yeah,
over here?
exactly.
No, you're gonna smoke cigarettes with your friends. Like, no, 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 no.
Yeah, totally.
That's hilarious. But that's what good moms do. Discourage bad behavior. Like that's literally like why you would even get a girlfriend in the first place. Like the first thing I think of when I think of my girlfriend right now is if I asked her for advice on something I'm thinking about doing, she would go, "Absolutely fucking not." Like, do not do that. Like, and I think we're searching for that. Like, and I don't think it's because of like mother conditioning, it ain't on some Freud shit. It's like men are born to be warriors, dude. Like we are.
Yeah,
Like just like it's the survival of the species. Like it's in our DNA. And
exactly. And
we need a strong woman to be like, "Not today, you dumbass." Like, don't no. Like,
yeah,
no, stay here and cuddle with me. Like, let's make a baby or at least practice. Like
man, I love practicing making babies. And you know what's beautiful about Arab women? Arab women always soak their breasts in ice water to make them perky and fucking awesome. And so
really?
like, yeah,
I
it's
never
a
knew that.
common tradition because ice water, it just perks everything up, and like
Yeah.
when you have saggy tits, if you throw them in ice water, your fucking nipples are going to be gorgeous and you're going to look great.
Mm.
Like there's all these tricks, like for example, one thing, kayal, right? Kayal is a black soot, right? That's like exactly, for example, for this. If I put this on my skin, right, it's like a football player, when the sun reflects on your eyes or so, it absorbs the
Zinc
sun from.
oxide. Zinc oxide. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so you make that by just burning black soot and then like lining your eyes with it. So there's so many secret recipes, pomegranate, for example, like pomegranate juice. Dude, it's fucking super good for you. It's like, or sauerkraut juice, like everything from these vegetables and fruits. Like, why did America attack Syria by bombing their fucking seed bank? The seed bank was where they had 1,000 different types of wheat, 1,000 different types of wheat seeds that you could make different breads with sesame seasoning, with black seed oil seasoning, right? With like baking, frying, everything, boiling, right? Donuts, I mean, or not donuts, sorry, bagels. How good are fucking bagels? Because there's a sugar water mix that they dunk them into the sugar water, they boil it, and then they fucking bake it, so it rises a little bit and it's got that fucking texture of like you could add everything to it, anything spice or blueberries and then have terra a fish egg with cream cheese, so like there's all of these fucking things that are just magic, and we live in a world of gourmet thinking. So like wherever you live, you want to get that bagel at 3 a.m. when you're fucking hungover. You take that fucking walk to Fairmount Bagels, get that cream cheese, get that lox, So hipsters have everything at their doorstep and fingertip, right? So then why is it that they can't decide on what kind of music that they want to gel to? Because Sun Ra said, you have to listen to the music of the spheres in you. If you
Right.
can listen to music in you and it can harmonize with the music that you're listening to outside, then you have a perfect 440 hertz or 432 hertz of like healing, where
Right.
you're listening to jazz music and it's a mantra that's like going into the depth of your soul and saving
Love
you.
supreme. Love supreme. Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
No.
You know what? When I
I
play
tell
ping
people all the
pong,
time, like I was just having a music discussion with my chick, and she's like,
yeah.
"All right," she's like, "I have to ask you an important question. Where do you weigh in on Steely Dan?" And I started,
Oh,
and I started singing.
great.
I started singing Steely Dan, and she's like, "You're
Which
singing,
one? Which one?
Deacon Blue."
I don't know it.
Uh, they call Alabama the Crimson Tide. They call me Deacon Blue. Die behind the wheel. Anyway, the point was that she's like, "You really like Steely Dan?"
I
And I was
love
like,
it.
"No, not at all." But my friend Curtis Valentine, who got murdered in Brooklyn, he was like a horrible alcoholic, and he would wake up in the morning and just fucking crank up Steely Dan in the kitchen and drink
Yeah,
hangover beers and stuff. And I was like, "Oh, this shit is healing him. Like he is
yeah,
like devastatingly hungover, and this is healing him." So whatever, I adopted it because that's my brother. You know what I mean? So, but whatever. For a long time, I've looked at music as like it's medicine, dude. You can't fucking judge somebody on the fact that they take fucking Motrin in the morning. Like, oh, you take Motrin, not Advil. Like oh, you're not an acetaminophen person. Like that's when you start arguing about what is fucking good music or not. It's like you don't really get to pick. You don't even know what chemical equation is going on in your brain and what might resolve that. Like you might need
yeah,
to listen to some fucking African Zimbabwe psychedelic rock and roll that just makes you feel a certain kind of way today. And then
yeah,
tomorrow you need fucking Charles Mingus. And then the next day you need to fucking listen to fucking Kid Rock. I'm a fucking cowboy, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know. You don't know. You really don't.
yes,
You have you have a chemical equation that's going on in your brain, and an easy fix for that is music. So when people are talking all this comic book guy shit, worst band ever, worst King
yeah.
Khan album ever. Like you're a
Right.
fucking dork, and you are talking to someone else. You're not talking to
Hey,
me, right?
dude, you
Like
did the total. What's the guy's name? Antonio something. He always reviews records on YouTube.
I don't even know. Yeah.
Anthony. I'm Anthony. Blah blah.
I don't know that
He's a
one.
fucking loser.
You know who I fucking hate? Did you ever do a fucking Nardwar interview?
Yeah, and I was so stoned.
Fuck
I
Nardwar,
was.
dude. That guy's a fucking federal agent or something, bro. Or
He's
he's
just a
got kids
guy.
tied up in his basement or something. Fuck Nardwar, bro.
Yes, he's a total clown, like that killer clown. But Nardwar, the thing is, his sacred jest, right? Like for example, he made fun of Gorbachev's red marking on his head. Right, he said something stupid, and so like he'll embarrass the country, but then you're like, okay, he's still kind of punk rock. He has a band called the Evaporators, and they play like with ghoul masks on or ghosts, and they play like this like spooky 60s mummies ripoff garage punk. Fun,
You mean the
like I've
mummies
never.
like you mean the mummies like the mummies from Oakland?
The
Like
mummies from Oakland,
oh,
yeah,
wow.
like full on the mummies, like the ones that who played
The
what's the
burger
one, the cable
burger
access.
burger
Burger
Boogaloo.
Boogaloo, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Tracy Lords and
That
Jet
was
and
honestly one of the most entertaining things I've ever seen in rock and roll was them riding their little mini bikes around the fucking
yeah,
amphitheater for like
yes,
10 minutes
exactly.
before they played. Like and then
It's
they
like
come out
vaudeville.
rocking the fucking keyboard like
Yeah, lifting the keyboard up in the air and smashing it, and then like fucking surfing on it, and then like when I saw them, right, was half a stage was set up. It was a drum kit and a wooden like stage high up, like maybe 6 feet high. So I was just watching this. I was like, how are they going to play on that? They're like four people. There's bass, drums, guitar, amps, whatever. And I'm like wondering. And then they drive their car through the audience with a fucking New Orleans horn section in front of them going
like a second line, a second line. That's
yeah,
what that's called. Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
a
yeah.
second line. Dude, second line intro, and then like the car is behind them. Then they park the car right in front of the fucking half a stage, and the fucking top of the car is the other half of the stage where there's an organ and their guitar amps and all that shit. And I'm just like, fuck, it's like Lego, like putting the ship together, or like in Sesame Street, like M and M and M and M and M, like when they combine the words. So seeing this is like being a part of the film set of a John Waters film, where John Waters is not only talking, but he's also got Tracy Lawrence, who looks dashing,
Oh,
who's just set the whole porn business up in upheaval, putting fucking pornographers in jail for not looking at her driver's license or whatever she did. You know, not only was she a fucking badass, but she owned her own tapes. And when has a fucking musician, you know, had the intelligence to be like, no, I own my masters.
so why
You
did
know, there's a whole
why did everyone like? There were a lot of like. I remember the Gories going on stage at one of those Burger Boogalas and being like
yeah.
upset with Burger. Like, were they not paying
Well,
people enough or something? Like, or were they? I know they were. I know they were giving them like recommendations on like you should play these songs, like Fee-Roll and stuff like that. Like, and it was
yeah.
like,
Well, okay. There's a guy named Mark Reback, and Mark Reback was in the Adventure Kids, Rock and Roll Adventure Kids. He's like a consummate gentleman. He's very autistic. So, for example, when Mark Reback goes on tour, and the band has played a show in Italy, and now they go and pick up him from like the promoter's house or wherever, and he's now sitting with a Fender amp, and he's dismantled every piece of it, and it's all over the room, and he has to go in order to put it all back and screw everything back. So, like, if you're late for a gig, you're going to be another 4 hours late because he is that crazy.
jeez,
Okay, so like I don't even know how his girlfriend can live with that kind of insanity, because it's like you go in the kitchen and he's dismantled the stove. How are you going to cook? Like the fridge doesn't work anymore. He's fucking taking it apart. So like, you know, where do you go from this kind of person? So then Nobody was the guy that he was playing with as well, and their show was unstoppably good because it was a Slight Velvet ripoff. It's totally King Kind of Barbecue, and it's not so much Black Lip in terms of music, but the wildness was Black Lip style. You know, like. And it was like really good, fucked up punk, like Spitz, you know, like, you know, like that kind of psycho. Exactly. You know, the Spitz always say like this, that they like to chime into the it's the Mongolian throat chant.
yeah.
And that for them gives them a deep grit, but it also makes very strange harmony, and like you mix that with synthesizer. They were always adamant, right, when we were recording together, that the synthesizer has to be at a level that it's there, but it's not there, right? So like you'll notice that if you concentrate, and then when you lose yourself in the lyrics and stuff like that, it's gone. So it's just like almost like a fucking sine wave. It's like coming in and out into the lyrics and into your ghost frequencies, you know, and like ghost frequencies are like what Robert Fripp, for example, who was an experimenter of a recorded sound on tape, that where the wand you have is the magnet that plays the tape. So you go, you know, so like there are so many tools and incredibly beautiful things that can be used, you know, like freely. You know, you don't have to pay for whatchamacallit, royalties when you use, you know, public music. Like if you use Getty Pictures, you know, it's fucking, I love you, please come over and suck my penis. I'm just leaving a message, voicemail, you know.
Oh my god.
you look you look cute though. If you had just a bit of a mustache here like a Fu Manchu, I think it would be cool.
I accidentally I was going over to my chick's house and I was like trimming up my mustache and I put the wrong card on my fucking thing and I shaved it off. I'm fucking pissed about that. And you know what's fucked up? She won't tell me why she won't let me eat her pussy. She's like,
Why?
she won't tell me. You know what she said to me a couple days ago? I was like, "Can I eat your pussy?" And she's like, "No, I just want to fuck." And I was like, "Wait, you told me I do a good job." And she's like, you do a great job. I just want to fuck." And I was like, "All right, cool,
Are
whatever."
you familiar with
And then the other night we were in bed and I was like, "Can I please eat your pussy?" And she's like, "I will let you again someday, but I'll tell you why, just not tonight." And I was like, "What the fuck could that even mean?" Like, you know, because we're not wearing rubbers or anything, so it's not like she's got some kind of venereal disease or something like that. Like,
you know what it is? Maybe it's a
I think it's
pH.
because I shaved my mustache off. I think she wants the mustache back, and like,
So that she can smell it when you
it's
kiss her.
seriously
When
like
you
it's
kiss
seriously
her.
got me fucked up, bro. Like it's literally got me fucked up that she won't let me eat her pussy. Like I love eating pussy. It's not on some like fuckboy shit. It's like it is the shit. Like you are a man if you can eat some good pussy. Like
I wanna eat your pussy like a fucking Captain Crunch bowl of fucking marshmallows from Lucky Charms. Ho, cunt. That's a nice message. That's like, I mean, like resonating with her with the cunt part. I love your face. I like you're really entertained by my stupidity.
yeah.
I
I
like that you
am.
pissed off my wife just because you acknowledge a hot blonde cop, a thick hot blonde cop.
Dude,
She's
yeah,
thick,
she
man,
had
girl.
ass for days, bro. Like,
Oh,
yeah, that was
dude. So
so.
I told you, like,
She goes, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "I'm not talking to you. Like, why are you?" She's like a lurker, dude. Like, she's lurking. She's a lingerer. Like, what do you? The guy doesn't want anything to do with you. And this is the thing that pissed me off about fucking Holly Hurricane. And I don't care if she's watching this shit. Fuck you, Holly Hurricane. You don't have no business sticking your fucking nose in other people's business. Like, she goes, "Oh, Arish is with some random woman." I'm like, it's not a random woman. He went there to go see her. Like,
5 years, 5 years.
I'm
That's a fucking
saying,
David
like,
Bowie
it's
song.
not, and also it falls under the category of none of your fucking business. So,
Thank
like,
you.
why are you gonna go? Like, that's how boring your life is. You're gonna go send an email to fucking Arish's wife. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, that ain't even Arish. That's King Khan. I don't know who Arish
Yeah,
is. Arish is
yeah,
your mother's name. Like, I don't know. Like,
yeah.
whatever.
It's
It's
what my
so
mom made.
corny,
Yeah.
dude. Like, it's so corny. The people who are injecting themselves into your fucking situation right now. It's gay.
You know what's even
It's not the
cornier
good
is
kind. We got 2 minute warning, and I think I'm done for the night. I think we've done like
yeah, me too.
five. I have
I'm
to
getting to
edit
bed.
all this, so and you're
I'm gonna
already in
take my pill.
bed. You,
Yeah.
you're
No,
already
but
in
dude, I
bed.
fucking I cherish these moments because it's like if you know, compared to my life in solitary confinement, you know what I mean, where I didn't know where my friends left me high and dry, didn't fucking want to send me $5,000. The only my mom did it, you know, like my brother didn't even do it. They couldn't do it in time. They were tricking me at the fucking cop station that I how to where I should put my money. Like, oh, put in your credit card. Oh, sorry, you can't access your credit card. So like these Officer Prolo, Sergeant Prolo, that's the guy who is like constantly torturing me, putting me in solitary, taking me out into the yard, giving me like a ball to play with, where I could steal dead beetles, and fucking. I took these fucking wings of butterflies and I put them on the wall, and I pasted them with semen under the wall, and they look like exploding butterflies. They were
All right, I
so
gotta stop
beautiful.
you. I
They
gotta
looked like
stop you.
eyes.
Hey, we got
Yeah.
less than a minute. You got a book coming.
Edit this shit. Make it real.
You got a
Yes.
book coming. Stinky Paint. You got two
Oh,
books
I love
coming.
stinky
Two of my
paint.
two of my navel, or two of my navels, two of
Yeah.
my novels.
Yeah.
Uh,
Thank you. Thank you,
finishing
my love.
thoughts, dude. Sign off. This is the last. This is the last
Hey,
book.
love everywhere, love everything, love every nook and cranny of your pussy and your girlfriend's fucking asshole. Lick it.
And no matter what, me and Khan met when we were not in good fucking situations, but we
Yeah.
bonded with each
You
other.
thrived. Yeah.
Everything gonna
You're
see
blessed.
all right. Don't ever kill yourself.
No.
And you know
Fight
what?
the
You might
fight.
have to sit in the lotus position. You might have to be in a chrysalis, and you're gonna
Yeah.
bloom like a fucking butterfly. Because we did.
Fuck yeah.
Look where we
I
were
love
at a
it.
month ago. Just a month ago.
Yes. We were
And
in
like,
the fucking booties.
and we're killing
In
it.
the
We're
booty
happier than
hole.
we've ever been. We got beautiful women who love us and worship our balls. It's great.